So going back to that Hatsune Miku virtual singer, there was a company that came out with a hologram, and it sort of had like an Alexa built in, so you could like interact with it. You could talk to the hologram; it would respond. Someone asked it, "Will you marry me?" And it.
May God bless
the Unqualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar, and this is Danny. I am Oscar.
This song does not let me wrong. Like I don't miss.
Episode 48, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Dude,
back.
They look great again.
Yeah.
You notice that?
And if you're new here, welcome for the first time.
Welcome for the first time. Dude, but I have good news and I have bad news.
Well, start with the bad news and then you'll cheer us up
The
afterwards.
bad news is I don't have any good news.
Well, I guess we're stuck.
So,
Yeah.
no.
Well, regardless, you guys look great. Thank you for
The
being here.
disappointment in their face.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's get to
Let's
it.
get
man.
into it. So today we are joined by a guru that does robotics, computers. It's an old friend of mine, Miguel. Yeah. Hey,
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, relax.
Thanks for having me today, guys.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. I've been inviting Miguel for a while, and then we had the room change and everything.
Yeah.
And I had to convince him to agree to come, and then he said, "Okay, I'll do it." So here we are.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you. I guess I don't know if you like wore him down.
Wore him?
Wore him down.
¿Qué es eso?
You never heard
It's,
wore him down? Like you basically asked enough time that he was finally like, yeah, sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I feel
Unqualified
that's
Gurus
a common
podcast.
expression.
It is. That's why I'm so confused.
He's never heard it like used with another person. I don't know.
Oh well.
Anyhow,
So confused.
anyhow. Well, Miguel is a friend of mine. We actually went to San Jac together, and then we both transferred to the same university for undergraduate, and then we both had gone to grad school together. And right now we work like 3 streets away. He works in a company doing computer stuff, and I work in another company doing computer stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But you said you wanted to open up with something going on
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah. So
Something
if
wild.
you check the folder,
I checked the folder.
under the first, just click in. It's the very first video I have on there.
This
right there.
thing.
Yeah, that thing right there.
What is this?
Yeah, let's just watch this real quick. Okay. So here's this,
Do we need audio?
this man. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like at a baseball game,
Had to be a baseball game.
Yeah, enjoying the glizzy, but like he pokes a hole through it and uses the the hot dog as a straw. I don't understand the logic. He literally used the straw to make his straw.
Yeah.
He's being environmentally conscious.
There you go. Yeah,
but what's he gonna do with the straw he used to make the straw?
Well, here's the thing. He didn't touch
It's
the
reusable.
straw with his mouth, so he can pass it to the next person.
Oh, it's so gross. But you're right. At least he limited by one.
Yeah, by one. But see, I don't know if you noticed, but when you say glizzies, Tony got confused.
Oh.
He calls them
I
gaggers.
didn't get confused. I was confused because I had seen the video, but
you were
I
confused.
never.
I didn't know you were confused. I just made it
I
up.
weren't. I was not.
Okay.
You're messing me up. I'm stumbling over my words
So
right now.
you said you had seen the video, but what?
I didn't see what he had used to like poke
Yeah.
the hole, but it is literally a straw.
It's a straw.
So he was not in need of a straw. So
No.
what is? I'm curious what his thought process was. Like, what is?
Look, I don't want to judge the man because what if he's onto something? Because we tried the Miller Dews and they
We
were
did,
good.
and they were good. We tried the hot Cheeto Dew.
The hot Cheeto Mountain Dew.
They were
yeah.
also good.
Mountain
Well,
Dew-
they weren't
yeah.
bad. They weren't
Yeah,
bad.
like I'm not a big Mountain Dew fan, but they've been like
Yeah.
they're
We
good
tried
mixers.
what was the Coke that tastes like space or something?
Oh yeah, I don't remember what, but yeah,
It wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
yeah. Well, let's get a drink.
Let's get the drink.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our drinks.
Our drinks.
We have our gaggers, our glizzies, our
Glizzies.
gobblers, whatever the hell you want to call them.
Whatever.
Just let's
All right, insert the dog.
yes, all right. Let's go. Let's see if this guy has. Let's see if he's onto something.
What the dog doing?
Tastes like beer.
I mean, it doesn't really change the taste.
He doesn't.
You just taste the hot dog as the straw, but the beer just tastes like beer.
Yeah, so I don't hate this.
I don't know
It's-
why.
I don't hate.
I don't hate
Miguel,
this.
you enjoying the hot dog?
I ate the hot.
Chef Oscar cooked it up for us.
Yeah, I know. Right before cameras were rolling.
Are you gonna keep going? You only had to do it one time.
No. It doesn't work too well as a straw for me.
Look,
I don't think I get it.
Look, I'm saying it's like I expected it to be a hell of a lot worse than it actually is.
Well, it's because it doesn't.
hot
It
dog.
It
doesn't
doesn't
really.
taste like anything.
It doesn't affect the taste.
It's just a hot dog. Take a bite out of the hot dog that's been dunked in the beer. That half, yeah. How is it?
Tastes like a hot dog. There's nothing's changed.
What was it? Was he just trying to be efficient? Like he
Maybe.
didn't want to eat and drink. He's like, let me just go at it at the same time.
You're right, because we did not see progression shots. What if he just bit into it after he drank?
That's true. We don't know what he did
Yeah,
after.
because you could be eating like you take some, you bite it. Like you go.
Yeah, so I don't know, Tony. You seem reluctant to finish your
my glizzy water? I don't know. What do you want me to call it?
your glizzy water. That is amazing.
Do you want mine? Free of charge.
No,
You get it
I'm
back.
not gonna. No,
I had a Coke Zero
Not
already.
mine.
I don't.
Yeah, nah, well, whatever.
You
Drink
think it'll
it,
float?
Tony.
If I just let it go, do you think it'll float?
It'll dilute.
Like if you don't want to finish those hot dogs, just toss them back
I'm
in
gonna see
there.
if it's gonna float.
We'll give them to my
It
dog.
doesn't float. It's in the beer.
I can't give that to my dog anymore.
Yours was in your beer too.
I bit most of it off. Dang, did you eat it all?
ASMR, everybody.
You look so guilty.
Danny, you want mine?
No.
It's been soaking.
No, I don't want yours.
Can't beat them, join them.
I'm so glad this actually wasn't too bad.
Dude, everything we've tried so far has worked out good.
I know, like I'm not
Like
disappointed.
everybody
at
tries
all.
weird stuff on the internet and they die or something happens to them. And here we are enjoying everything
Still
we find
alive.
and enjoying things.
It
We
wasn't
don't
weird.
know the answer to that yet.
Oh.
Yup, you know,
We might get chorro.
going to baseball games is fun. So
Right.
imagine doing this at a baseball game.
Imagine
it
being
might slap.
Imagine being
You know? No
recorded
shit.
while doing
Yeah.
this.
No. First of all, that was like his privacy was like.
I don't know.
Like-
What if it was staged?
This experience at a baseball game probably cost you $15, honestly.
This is true.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. How much did you pay for the hot dogs?
I don't know.
See,
Like
just-
We're gonna have to
like
start
$4.
smuggling in
See,
the weenies.
just
into
do it
the-
at home.
Smuggle the hot dogs. in.
Smuggle the hot
Your own hot dogs.
Carry them in the purse. Can you imagine they check your purse? Well, not yours, but I'll tell Stacy, hey, can you carry
Yeah.
some hot dogs? And then they like open the
Nah, they're
bag.
fucking assholes. Don't
Yeah,
make it throw it away.
They took. He had like a little pocket, like little
Oh,
tiny.
yeah, we talked about it.
It's not a knife, but what do you call it?
It's like a little tiny box cutter.
Box cutter.
Yeah, it's
Eso.
literally under an inch. It was ridiculous.
And they didn't let him
made me
in.
throw it away, but I ended up having to buy another one.
See, even better.
Yeah, but we now that we've been through our shenanigans.
Okay, sorry, Miguel.
Yeah.
I
I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't
Bad?
weirder. Yeah, like,
It was
I
too
think I'd
normal
prefer.
for you?
Yeah, I think I'd prefer if it was just terrible or
hey,
good.
Tony, you missed the cockroach?
That was a little more shock factor. to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
He ate a
Hey,
cockroach.
That had a little more flair.
Have you been
Seriously?
able to enjoy chips after that?
I haven't had
'cause-
much since.
No, because whenever we were here playing Guitar Hero, you brought the black corn chips.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would have reminded me a hell of a lot more like the bugs.
No, it was the Valentina that was like kind of ruined for me.
The Valentina. Yeah, he ate a, what was it, a water scorpion?
It was water scorpion.
And he looks like a cockroach.
It was a water beetle. One of those. Or I don't know what
think
it's
it was.
called.
I remember
think-
scorpion.
It looked like a roach though.
Yeah,
He did.
Like a
He did.
big
It
one.
was really big, and I don't remember why we did that.
Oh, because we
For
we had
content.
no, we had
Oh,
we
no,
had a segment. With How much
yes.
would you take to eat that? And Tony was like, "I'll do it for content, for subs."
Ooh, the fucking dedication, bro.
I don't think
I'm
that
so
one
proud
got
of
very
you.
many views, honestly.
No, well, I mean, but it meant a
Yeah.
lot to us.
Yeah, it
you
did.
know.
Yeah.
It's out there.
It showed my
People will
dedication.
continue to see it. Your
If
kids
y'all
will
have
see
any
it.
more challenges for us, put them in the comments, in the Discord,
Tony will
on
do
our
'em.
Instagram.
Tony will
Yeah.
do it.
We'll try them if
Miguel
they're
is like, "Don't invite me when you're doing."
within reason.
Pretty much.
If they're inexpensive and within reason, I mean,
Yeah,
we
for
already
sure.
ate bugs. We tried hot dog beer.
Hot dog beer.
I mean, what-
Miller Dews.
Miller Dews.
Miller Dews.
That one was actually really good. See, that's the kind of thing I was hoping for. Something good or something terrible. The Roach was terrible. Miller Dew, good. This was just...
I saw one where
Neutral.
the dude
Neutral,
was drinking milk with with Kool-Aid.
Weren't you gonna try Pilk?
You gotta try Pilk.
I am never gonna try Pilk.
If you try Pilk, I'll
That
try it
sounds
with you.
disgusting.
I will try
Fans
Pilk
asked
with
for
you.
it though.
Oh Jesus!
Didn't the
Christ.
fans
Did you hear?
He said he'll try it with you.
I will
But
try.
that means you have to by
Solidarity. Do I get to use nut milk?
Wait,
default.
wait.
Always have to wait, do this to us.
Wait, so it's milk and what?
Pepsi.
Do I get to use Diet
Oh.
Pepsi?
It's Pepsi. God damn it. That'll probably be worse. Go ahead.
No, Diet Pepsi's good.
Look, we have a guest here. Danny,
Yes, por favor.
introduce him. Tell us what he does. What's his title?
Oh, he did that. I don't know.
No, well, he
Well,
said
I
he said
just-
that they worked to like
Yeah,
they
we
went
worked
to school
together.
together.
Yeah, so Miguel, see, when we were in San Jac, we didn't really talk. We were in San Jac together, and he was out there doing robotics stuff, and I was out there doing math stuff.
yeah,
I was the bad kid, you know what I'm saying? And
you're doing meth. Huh?
no, I was doing math. And then we both transferred to the
Yeah.
same university, and then we both got into the same program. And after that, it got to a point where we were just taking the same classes. And then,
But you guys had seen each other. You guys knew.
yeah, we had seen each other. We didn't talk though. Like, we was just like, oh, I know who that guy is, and I'm guessing he knew who I was.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, I didn't know you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he's like, but you're following me.
yeah, you're following me everywhere. But then, yeah, so he's always been into robotics, and so I call him the robotics guru. But I know he's not like doing robotics stuff specifically right now, but that's his passion, the thing he likes to do. So I figure we can make this episode about robots and stuff. So
Yeah.
so usually we start with like a weekly update, and then we go to like more of that topic.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
So, Miguel, is there anything you would like to share with the world about what you did last week, or anything?
Just something that highlights.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Biggest highlight of my weekend, I played Diablo for the first time.
Diablo 3.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
Isn't that game old now?
Yeah, it's been
It's
for
pretty
with
old.
Jeff.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Are they still releasing updates for it, or?
I honestly have no idea.
Okay.
They just invited me because they reset the ladder, so I bought it and I played it with them.
Got you. Yeah, so I've played games with Miguel, and there's a group of friends online. I don't know, maybe they watch this episode. I don't know.
They
But
might. I
they
don't know.
might. Who knows? But yeah, we will play RuneScape.
Yeah.
And then we
yeah.
also play like Elder Scrolls Online, and then we play New World, the Amazon's game, but it became Old World very quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember when that one came out. That you were.
Yeah,
you were excited
it
for
died very quickly.
See, I really like MMOs, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I could never really get into that style of game. I don't know why. I
You
think it's
play
just
the
like-
Binding of Isaac.
That's not MMO. That's not
It's
the.
kind of the same.
Not really.
Top-down
no.
view. You walk around and
No. I don't think it's the
increase
same.
stats. Don't you say you had stats?
Yeah.
But
That's.
you
I mean, you're not playing.
You don't have to mine for material, right?
No.
Or
Well, you
yeah.
don't have to mine for materials. You
Or-
can just buy
It's
them.
kind of. Yeah, but how do you obtain the currency? You have to
kill
do something.
Stuff. You kill stuff. You don't kill stuff in Binding of Like, okay, yours. Do you play with other people?
No.
Okay, so that's
Single
what that's the part that's not MMO,
Yeah.
but it's still an RPG.
Yeah. Oh.
At least
Yeah.
in the MMOs that I've played, people don't really go for materials later on in the game. Like, usually you'll go and do bosses, use the money from the bosses to then buy the materials.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and that's because you play with other people.
Yeah.
When you play by yourself, well, you have to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but yeah. So,
Well, you know,
anything else, Miguel? Diablo
It was just that and work.
is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
well,
week.
mine was also really short.
Yeah.
I edited a lot of like reels and stuff for
right.
our Instagram.
One did
and
okay in
TikTok.
TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Fight Club video
Yeah.
did pretty good for Ricardo. Yeah, and other than that, I played a lot of Fortnite with Esteban.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
we got like
Yeah.
8 wins in like one night, and we're like, that's why we just kept going. Because whenever you're like in the winning streak, you're like, well, we can't stop now.
Mm.
You know, next thing you know, it's midnight, and yeah. And I just remember my friend, they had like an NFL draft thing. I don't care too much for sports, but like they were all like, just come over and have a beer.
Right.
Yeah, so I just went and just caught up with them, and that was cool.
Next time you can take a hot dog with you. Show them.
Show them how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they think.
We'll see.
Party challenge.
Yeah,
Party
yeah.
It's a sports drink now.
That's sports drink. Tony.
Well, for me, I really just had work and school. I had my on-campus class. It was like the first time this semester.
All right.
Aside from that, I went to the Grade A concert. It's the Suicide Boys headliner, and I saw them, Ski Mask, Snot, and Maxo Cream. was really fun. I was in the mosh pit like I want to say 80% of the time. It was so fun. I had worn a black G59 shirt, and it was like literally like soaked by the time I was like done being
I don't
in there.
miss that at all.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I was like gassed. It was like I had just finished like doing like cardio or something. It was fun though. Aside from that, I got this shirt from there.
I thought it said Green Day at first.
No, it was Gray Day.
Yeah.
I don't
Wrong
think
color.
I don't think I did anything else really.
Are they like rivals? You have Green Day and Gray Day.
No, this is just like the this is just like the name of their tour.
Oh, okay, well that's cool.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, and I forgot we did the Dragon Ball Z review for
We
the
did.
movie.
You're right
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, that's that one character from Fortnite, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the how you call it? The
Kamehameha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me and Danny recorded it on Tuesday, and I literally edited it and had it out by Wednesday.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
it was
I
like
am
really
Wednesday.
quick turnaround. It was really easy, and I think it came out pretty good.
I think so. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's still out in theaters, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Danny?
I didn't do much. I worked a lot,
Yeah.
and just on Saturday, Saturday I just went to buy clothes because I felt like I tried to look like a picture, and I bought this shirt.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not in like a Dragon Ball Z pattern.
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah, I evolved. And now I'm Super Danny, and look at us. That's all I did, honestly, for my week. Oh, but one thing I've noticed though is that now I'm kind of being known for liking ducks, thanks to the podcast. So people now, my mom buys me like random little duck stuff, and
Well, to be fair, you are like you have 3 ducks at home.
I just want to show what they got me this time because I thought this was podcast worthy. You remember those little cactuses that were going on online?
Oh, the ones that dance.
Yeah. So
What's that talk?
yeah. So basically, welcome to the Unqualified Gurus podcast. This is the cheap version.
Does it dance?
Yeah, just give it a second. Oh, wait, it's off. Ah, there you go. The Unqualified Gurus podcast. Say something. It's gonna make me
Yeah,
laugh.
stage fright.
It's embarrassing, bro.
It's the first time in front of the camera.
Dude,
Do
that's
I
the
have to-
magic of demos right there.
There you go.
There you go.
There he goes. That's it. That's all it does.
No, it's supposed to
That's
imitate
how it's-
everything, but this is the flea market version, so it's not as.
All right, say
Yeah, well,
something to
it
it.
has a cool scarf. What's it saying?
It's saying what we said, but we can't hear it because we have the headphones.
Oh
Does
shit!
it respond to sound?
No, yeah, it records
Okay.
what you say and it just applies like a
Got a little
filter
on
to it.
Tell it to say subscribe and then put it in the mic.
Subscribe to the Unqualified Gurus podcast. I don't know.
Nice, there you go.
That's it.
The beginning was all gibberish.
It's because it looks like it has a very sensitive mic. So
Yeah.
any little noise it picks it up, and it just keeps going until it hears no sound.
Okay. Well, you should probably turn it off.
No, I will. Yeah. That's it. A dormir.
I like the videos where they have like they'll have one and then they'll make it talk and then it'll talk to the other one.
Oh, and
then,
it
like,
starts to-
They'll just keep repeating until it just turns into like a monstrosity of like
Like a
noise.
very
like
high
it just
pitch.
yeah.
Yeah. That or when they put it with a baby, and the baby's
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. Well, you are the duck guru, Danny.
I am
So-
now the duck guru. So I figured
Speaking about ducks, you haven't given us an update. How are they?
they're good. They're starting to roam now. Like
Yeah.
I this morning I went and I changed the water, and so I opened I bought them a cage now, a bigger cage, and I opened the door and I grabbed where I put their water and I go and I clean it, and by the time I'm back, they're already running around.
Yeah.
But they're very easy to.
And they get along with all the dogs.
Well, the dogs don't really
Yeah, mine.
pay attention to them. I think that it's too hot outside, and they're like, nah, nah.
No way in hell am I chasing
no way,
you.
no. So yeah, no, but they're good.
Yeah.
They're starting to grow feathers. Right now, we think for sure one's a female, the other one's a male. We don't know about the third one, but we hope that at least 2 of them are females because we hear that they get very excited, and having one female and more than one male is not a good thing. So
Do they have names?
not yet. They have they have.
Danny, we named them on here.
Oh,
bro.
you're right. They have a stage name. He's
Stage
right.
name.
They have a stage
Yes.
name. One is Lager. The other one's Stout and Sour. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stout and
I like
Sour.
those.
It's for each beer. The
Yes.
different types of
Yes,
beers.
yes, yes, yes.
So, anyways, But yeah, so one way that I guess we can go now into robots and stuff and technology, and I mean, we just talk about computer stuff and AI and stuff like that. But one way that I want to introduce Miguel and talk about this is I want to share something that Miguel and I did, and well, it was a project. There was 3 other people in the project, and I want to ask you guys what you think.
Now you
it
guys
is
did
for.
that by yourselves.
It
I'm
might-
cleaning everybody else out.
might
Like,
get mad.
all the credits to you guys.
All the credits for us. That's right.
Yeah. Wait, you actually brought it with you?
Yes. I like how I brought.
Oh, that explains that. Okay.
I like how I brought this box, and then Tony was like, "Oh shit, we're doing a giveaway." I'm like, "No." I need to figure out how to open it.
Oh, so the box is just to
Yeah.
deceive us.
It's an illusion.
Oh.
So I will tell you the name. This is called the Plant Pimp. Okay?
The plant pimp.
Yes.
Plants.
So you feel free to take. Oh, it broke. This thing broke. It's
Okay.
not supposed to come off, but you know.
Who made this?
Miguel, I, and 3 other folks for our senior project. This basically decided whether we graduate or not.
And y'all passed with something called the plant pimp?
Is it functional?
Not right now, because I took out the batteries.
Oh, okay.
I would have to unscrew it and put the batteries on it.
So why did you keep it and they didn't?
Well, it was either Miguel or me, because Miguel designed the whole box,
Yeah.
and I did a lot of the programming and stuff, and he constructed like the whole lot of the hardware inside.
Yeah.
He took charge of that, and the box and everything. He took charge of that.
Okay, so can you explain to me what it is that I'm holding?
So it's called the Plant Pimp because it's used to keep your plants in line.
Okay.
That's good.
Does it
Like
smack them
that,
around
yeah.
if they don't?
Yes. No, the idea was that this thing was to you shove it on the ground,
Yeah.
and it's gonna read different things of the ground, like moisture, pH levels, and stuff like that. And I'll let Miguel talk, so I don't talk all the time. You want to share why we did this, or what's the purpose of this?
The purpose of it,
Yeah.
honestly, it's been so long I can't even remember the original purpose.
Well, I'll give a refresher. I'll give a refresher. He remembers.
I got it.
He got it.
So, the original motivation was that Daniel was doing some missions trips to
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
I can't remember.
Mozambique.
Mozambique.
Yeah.
And he said that there were issues there with some of the farmers struggling, and they needed a way to know, hey, is the soil here good for farming? Is it not good for farming? And we looked at like commercial solutions that could be applied to this, and they're really expensive. Like
Yeah.
if you want an industrial grade or something that would be used to on an actual farm, like 50+ acre farm, you're looking at tens of thousands of dollars, and it's like, I bet you we can do this for under $100 or $200.
Oh, damn.
And so we ended up gearing our senior project towards it.
Yeah. And this little piece was the most expensive part.
I think that looks like a pen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a pH sensor.
The side motivation for it is I had this running joke throughout my undergrad
Yeah.
that I was an agriculture major, so I would show up at these robotics competitions. I'd usually do okay or whatnot, but someone would ask me, it's like, what's your major? And I was like, agriculture. I'm a farmer.
So because you're a farmer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we went on
Yeah.
that route. And well, there's more to it. We actually submitted this project to
Shark Tank.
No.
wish.
Yeah. We actually submitted this project to a competition, like a worldwide competition, and we got 3rd place.
Oh, is that the one that you were surprised that y'all made it that far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
okay.
him and I, we submitted to that thing, and then it says,
See, so you've actually been brought up before then.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, that makes a lot more sense now.
Do you remember the original name, Daniel?
No, I remember the unofficial name more than anything.
Plant pimp. I like that one.
Yeah.
Called it the growth line for the presentation.
Growth
The growth
line.
line.
Yeah.
That sounds so much
But it
more
was
professional.
PP for short.
PP.
Yeah, Plant
Plant
Pimp. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, like
Take the PP.
Take the PP. But yeah, no, like I was saying in the competition, the thing about that competition was that we had to get Facebook likes.
Yeah.
Miguel and I, our online presence is not up there. You know that. You know that. So it got to a point where it's like you have to get some, whoever submits projects, the top people that gets the most likes, they go to the place where
Yeah.
someone will actually look at the project and tell you whether you win or not.
It just sucks because that makes it a popularity contest.
And well, yes, and here's the thing: some of the projects we saw there, you had people like
Yeah.
recording like their presentation in front of like Google headquarters and stuff like that, and we're like, we're not gonna win this anything. So we literally
Now with a name like Plan Pimp.
yeah. Well, we literally left, and I remember one time I got an email from the guy one of the ones who run the organization locally, and he's like, "Hey, do you have contact with Miguel Rosales? Because he was we had him as the lead
Yeah.
of the project." And I was like, he was like, because you guys won third place in the world thing, and he hasn't responded. And I go, Miguel, check your email. And then he finds it, and we get you. I don't know how much we made.
Oh, yeah, sure. What-
Take a guess.
well, I mean,
What did first place? win?
yeah.
What did first place get?
Yeah.
Well, if I tell you,
Well, that's how we had to
Nah,
set the
first place
basis.
was $300.
Oh.
See the disappointment already.
They're like $50.
75.
Like
I was
a
gonna
Chick-fil-A gift card.
I was gonna say 250, like without any like any point to like guess from.
Yeah.
250 for third
250.
place.
Did they win the rights to your projects?
No,
or like,
nothing. And actually, this is open source. The code is out there. We
If
didn't.
you
make
want to
your
build
own
your,
plan.
yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, if you want to build your own plan pimp,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So yeah, but this is a cool story.
That's
I wanted
cool.
to share.
So how did your interest in robotics start? Are you a big fan of Gundam or like whether like those little toys, the ones that you said that you can create, like the models, the robot ones?
Yeah, I think Michael
Bionicle.
plays that.
Well,
No, not Bionicle. There was like no, like there's like a real like scientific one. Like
a real scientific one.
yeah, you said that people use them to make like different little things. I remember you and this one were like talking about them last time.
Well, we were talking about the robot fights. I remember that
Yeah,
one.
but you exactly from the robot fights, like the I'm guessing.
Well, Lego has a whole
Oh, yeah.
robotics section.
What is that one called? It starts with an X, no? Or it
I
has
don't
an
know.
X in it. I
I don't remember.
I had a robotics class, and we actually like made like a little Lego car with that little, what is it, like a little, not a tablet, but it's like looks like a
yeah,
like
that's
a
what,
little phone.
that's what I'm trying to tell him because
like
A
you
what?
could program it with the
Yeah.
blocks and stuff.
Yeah. Like you have to like connect it to the computer and like make all the commands and everything and plug it back into like the little platform that you
yeah,
made.
like that.
One of these.
What's that called?
Oh yeah. What is it
I
called?
I forgot what it's called. Actually, my friend V gave me this one.
Yeah, because I remember I was asking Esteban,
I can't remember
were you
the
guys
name
and
of
you
the
guys brought that
kits.
up?
They used to have
I'm gonna
one
look it
name,
up.
and then they came out with a new kit.
Well, yeah. Well, Danny last time he remembered the name and he told us that they're like basically like
I don't
the
even
universal
remember
one.
telling
yeah.
you the name, but
Yeah.
oh, you're talking about like the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi.
yes.
Oh, you're talking about. Well, that's not okay.
That's
so
different.
that's a
Yeah.
little different because they use that as the brain of the robot.
Yeah.
But you still have like all the mechanical stuff like the
Yeah,
the
exactly.
wheels
But
and all of that.
you will need it.
Yeah, you need it, but you know.
See, I rest my case. So,
Yeah, but it's more than
it's
that.
not nothing different, Tony.
It's more
yeah.
than that. No,
Yeah. So
Tony,
so what
dile
sparked
algo.
your interest in that?
I lost a bet.
Why?
I actually have that story here because I wanted you to tell that story.
Yeah. So my story or journey into robotics starts with my college adventure and its beginnings. Just to get it out of the way, I was a terrible student when I first started college. I skipped just about every class,
Just like me.
That's typical.
and rightfully so. I failed 2 classes my first semester. I got like a C and a D. I had like a 1.2 GPA. Just awful.
Damn.
Yeah. So I had to retake like algebra 1 like 3 times just because I kept skipping and missing the test. But on my third attempt, I made a deal with the professor, and I was like, if I can get 100 on the test, I want to get 100 for the homework because I didn't like doing the homework. And he said, sure. But if you don't get 100 on one of the tests, you got to go to my robotics club. And first, second, third test, they came by. On the 4th test, I got a 95. And I lost. So I joined him for his robotics club, and I went to a meeting, and I enjoyed it. I got to build like a little Lego robot dinosaur. I got to program it, and what they needed at the time, because I had to go do a demo for some elementary school. They needed someone to program the remote control to actually interact with the robot, make it move, make it do like jumping jacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I rushed through that overnight. I whipped together something that they could use for their demo, and I gave it to them. And that's where I was like, I want to do something with this.
No, that's pretty good. You made a whole career out of it, so thank God you lost that bet.
Yeah.
You know,
it
so-
ended up opening a bunch of doors for me. You know, I went far with it.
Yeah, and you started with a dinosaur, Danny. You know, we're pro dinosaur on this podcast.
Yeah,
you know, we're always
yeah.
talking about dinosaurs on here.
Pro
So
dinosaurs.
somehow they always show up.
Show up. Now you gotta draw one that's a robot, like that from that the game. What's that game called from the PlayStation?
That new-
Horizon Zero Dawn or something.
Oh no, there's a new. Remember how I was telling you that we need a new dinosaur game?
Right.
There's a new one coming out. I think I have a picture of it.
Oh,
somewhere.
we also play Ark. Oh, we'll
Oh,
talk about it in
yeah.
a little bit. You want me to show you now?
I don't remember what folder. It's probably one of the random ones, like the
Okay.
movie ones. But it's just
We'll show you in a little bit then.
yeah. Don't even sweat it.
I won't sweat it.
Daniel, did you
Oh
tell
look,
him
it's right there. I
about
think it's in the middle.
those Brontos we used to have in
one on the
the
left.
tutoring room?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a dinosaur FPS.
Yeah. So it's called Second Extinction, and I
It's early access. Most of the early access don't make it anywhere. But I hope they do.
I'm just saying, it's like, you know, we were talking about that we need like a first
Yeah,
person
no,
shooter
you're
with
right.
dinosaurs.
You're right. We do.
And
We do. Hopefully
they
it's
answered us.
good. They answered us. Good. I mean,
Yeah, well, we'll see if it even becomes anything.
You're gonna be
just-
killing the dinosaurs though.
oh,
You said you're pro dinosaur. Well, this
I-
aligns a little more with
Are you
anti
playing
dinosaur.
as the dinosaur?
I
You're
don't think so.
killing them.
It looks like you're
It's
killing
a
them.
dinosaur FPS.
What if there's two sides to them?
Yeah.
What if I take my own army for good?
no. What if you it's like versus and
That's
then you
Ark.
have some players play as dinosaurs and then the other.
Yeah,
There was-
I think
there was
even
a
on
game like
Turok,
that.
I think
I
you
think
could
there
even
was.
do it backwards too.
I don't know.
There was a
But,
game like that, but it was actually you played as a dinosaur with guns.
With guns.
Yeah,
Like the
I don't know.
dinosaur has guns?
yeah, and you are the dinosaur.
Yeah, imagine trying to reload the clip with their tiny arms.
I think on Ark is basically like Rust with dinosaurs, and you can like tame big dinosaurs and fight people.
Yeah, he played Ark a lot. I joined them a couple times. It's actually pretty cool.
Eric tried explaining it to me, and after he told me that you actually had to break the dinosaurs and take your sweet ass time with everything, I was all like, sounds like a lot of work.
If you don't like games like Rust, you're not gonna like Ark
I
because
don't
it's
even know
essentially
what Rust is.
You don't know what Rust is? It's like a survival game. You
Mhm.
start off with nothing. You have to worry about your
Hun-
food.
yeah.
So Minecraft.
There's no, because you gotta.
I mean, Minecraft is the exact same
No,
thing.
'cause if you play on
start off
peaceful,
with
you-
nothing,
You don't have
you
to.
you have to find food.
If you play on survival mode in Minecraft,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. If
see?
you play on survival, yeah, it's the same thing. But like,
so it's Minecraft.
it's PvP though. It's PvP and PvE.
Right.
So-
Oh,
You
yeah.
can do that too on Minecraft. Your
Yeah.
face. You're just like-
Oh, when I play Minecraft, I just play like with my family or by myself. I don't play on servers, so I don't do PvP on Minecraft.
yeah, me neither. I just do survival.
Survival, yeah, survival is fun. But yeah, no, yeah, he mentioned something about we had him and I we were tutors
Yeah.
at Clear Lake, and we had these little dinosaurs. We got them for
It was from one of the
the
competitions.
competitions. Yeah, we used to host. Well, they still do, but we used to help out with putting them together. It was these competitions where we would bring like high school kids, college kids. They'll compete against each other. And what was the dinosaurs for? I think
Was it for the bridge? Like
Yeah.
You had to make a bridge
Yeah,
that could
you-
support a dinosaur.
you had to make a bridge out of materials that we gave them
Yeah.
that connected, I think, two tables, and they had to like hold a dinosaur.
Oh.
And then in the
Were the
end,
dinosaurs heavy?
they're the toy ones, like this big.
Yeah, but like the materials were like marshmallows and dry spaghetti doodles.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we used to carry them around a lot. And at the tutor center, they became like the pet of the lab. So we've been pro
Like
dinosaur
like
for a
like
while.
Wally.
Oh, I haven't.
Where's
bring it.
Wally?
Yeah, it's in my room. Yeah, he's cleaning the room.
See? Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to leave the cockroach friend.
Oh, you know, now I can finally understand those.
Yeah,
jokes
'cause you
when I
hadn't
finally watched
watched.
Wally. You know, I was late to the game. I watched it barely like last year.
Ah,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful movie.
yeah. It was really good.
Eva.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
But yeah, no, I think my favorite part about it was whenever he was so nervous around her.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was
that
like
why-
so relatable.
That's why he's still in Danny's room. He's waiting on his Eve, and then he can actually leave the room
Right.
because
And
he wasn't able to leave Earth until Eve came by.
yeah. That's a beautiful story for this Wally toy.
Yeah,
Put
well,
an iPhone in there. That's what it was based off of.
Yeah.
well, do you want to get through this folder and then we can get to like
Okay,
the
well,
robotic stuff?
well, we're
like,
here already.
Here, yeah.
Dale, ¿qué
So
traes?
look, so the Dragon Ball Z movie, this is what it grossed. It grossed 20.1 million, and it was the #1 movie. And it's really annoying that every time there's a new animated movie, they're like, "Oh my god, they made so much money for an anime movie." Where like every time there's a movie, like an anime movie in theaters, it always does spectacular.
What was the last one? The Demon Slayer one? Was that the last one?
The
That
Jujutsu Kaisen,
oh.
and then Demon Slayer before that. And then the Broly movie before that. Every anime movie to make it onto the big screen always does phenomenally. But freaking Rotten Tomatoes is always like, oh my god, how does this happen? But like, because it's a giant fan base and there is literally
much.
room for it. Just because you don't respect it as an art form doesn't mean that people don't.
Did you get to see what the Rotten Tomatoes score for this is?
No, I didn't.
Let's
I
see.
didn't never check it. I don't really care what they think. I review movies myself.
Hey,
Go check out our reviews.
Guru Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Actually, 92.
Oh, damn. So that's
That is
not bad at all.
surprising. Yeah.
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 See, well, me and Danny both said we really liked it. So
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Miguel is a big Dragon Ball fan. I remember when the episode would come out. It's like he'll watch it, I'll watch it, and I'll be like, did you see whatever happened during the fight? This and that. Yeah. But you haven't watched the movie, right?
I have not seen the movie.
So you're really gonna like when
oh yeah, he did say immediately whenever he walked in, he's like, "Don't spoil
don't
it."
spoil the movie. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it's cool. After you watch it, watch our review.
Yeah, and
Will do.
then
Yeah.
let me know. Let us know what you think.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, what else you
Yeah,
got?
let's see what else is on there. Let's see. Oh, so the guy
Oh.
Morgan from the not Morgan. His name is Jeffrey Dean
Jeffrey
Morgan.
Dean.
He's Negan from The Walking Dead is gonna be in The Boys, which is funny because they added Dean from Supernatural.
Mhm.
He's the dad of Dean from Supernatural. So I was like, now we just need Sam to join The Boys.
See, I remember when I started watching The Walking Dead, I'm like, I've seen that dude somewhere.
yeah,
I couldn't put it that it was the Supernatural dad.
yeah, yeah.
Super
So
dad.
it's like, and then last season we got the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy. Have you watched The Boys or heard about it or anything?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Basically-
Wow, that's like one of the biggest shows.
I live under a rock, dude. I
Yeah.
don't do social media or any of that. So
Yeah, well, just imagine like superheroes that care more about their money and their image than actually saving people's lives. So they're all assholes,
Yeah,
and like they're like they're just roaming the world, and like shit happens. I don't want to ruin it, but it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, and it's really good. I think a lot of people mostly everybody who's watched it that doesn't think there's a lot of vulgar stuff that happens.
Oh,
So if you're willing to look
A
past
lot.
it, yeah, if you're willing to look past that, you'll probably enjoy it.
It's really meant to like subvert your expectations on like typical superhero shows and movies, because that's been like a really big thing like in the mainstream. Like the
Yeah.
last 10 years, superheroes have gotten like super popular, and this is just like the alternate to it. I don't know what I would call it.
what didn't they do like the Superman one? What's it called?
Oh yeah, the Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn. It was kind of
Yeah, but that
I haven't seen it,
That was
though.
more like superhero horror movie.
And that was like
Oh.
a one-off too. Like,
Yeah.
there's
yeah,
no-
it was.
I watched it. I thought it was okay.
Okay,
Let's see what else we got.
I'm gonna.
That's the one we're talking about. Yeah, so the
Already.
House of the Dragons already renewed after
I mean,
only 2.
I haven't seen it though. the
I
episode.
watched the second episode today.
Oh right.
I thought it was good. Like honestly,
Okay.
like this series or whatever is off to a good start.
Good start. I mean,
Yeah.
it is being directed by the guy who wrote the story.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's really good.
This is always like good and bad news whenever like you're watching a new show that you really like and you hear that it's been renewed. It's good news because you're going to get more of the show, but it's
Yeah.
also bad news because you're like, oh wow, they're not working on it yet. So you have to wait a long time.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were-
Yeah, well, luckily they announced this when we're only 2 episodes in,
Yeah.
so obviously
At least
it's
you know you can.
yeah,
get
it's different. Like
invested.
when you watch at the end, they're like
Yeah.
on Netflix, it's all like, oh, season 3 will return, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This is like they already know ahead of time, so they're probably working on it before this one's even done,
Mm-hmm.
or before it's out, or
out.
yeah. and Resident Evil was canceled.
Already?
Yeah, so I wanted to come on here and talk about it because what I thought they did wrong was they were trying to make it like a teeny show. Like they did any of y'all watch the Resident Evil show?
No, I didn't.
No, none of
I
y'all.
heard that they were like ignoring the source material almost entirely, right?
It's in the future, so it doesn't really matter. I don't care when people cry about shit like that. I'm like, they're zombies and like an evil corporation. Okay, so the idea is that the error I found was that they were trying to make it a teeny show like Riverdale and stuff like that because while you had like clips in the future, like after the collapse again, because it happened, like Raccoon City happened, they nuked it. Like now, the Umbrella Corporation moved on. They were like somewhere in Africa. Okay, so now you have this show that surrounds the main scientist, and he has 2 daughters.
Okay.
Okay, so it goes in and out from the future and the past, but every scene in the past is like a teeny show. Like they're going through like they have problems with their dad, they have problems with boys, and like bullying in the school, and it's just like. This isn't what people who like Resident Evil want to see, you know?
Okay. Well, this is one of the things like you were saying earlier. Should I even watch it now?
No.
They
I
canceled it.
don't think it's worth
So
watching.
there's 2 ills for Resident Evil at this point, right? Because the movie that just came out last year,
Yeah.
that one was like a big flop. I actually went to see that in theaters.
We went to
We
go
watched
see
it.
it.
I don't think it was horrible. I just don't think it was good.
I think it was bad. I
th-
don't think it was horrible.
To me, it looked like they didn't have a lot of budget, which, like the movie looked like it was made by a tiny film.
I see
Yeah.
that.
It felt like
Whatever
more
they're
like a
called.
B movie.
Yeah, like a indie
C
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. It's Resident Evil, but
Yeah. But so yeah, I don't think it's worth watching.
Vámonos pues.
And this is one I'm excited for because it's on HBO Max. So there's gonna be a
Oh.
prequel to the It movies, and I'm excited for that.
It's a series.
Yeah.
Welcome to Derry. Will be set in the 60s and tell Pennywise's origin story. On HBO Max, too. So that means it's going to be high budget, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and HBO Max does like great work.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's one thing 'cause I really like to know where things come from. So if they're gonna tell the origin, I mean, we more or less know.
Well, to be fair, we know
We
the
know,
origin,
but-
and they always talk about all the tragedies that happened beforehand.
Right.
Because every time he comes by, like leading up to it, there's like gigantic massacres that happen, and we're finally gonna get to see something like that. So
Right.
we'll see how that goes.
Dale.
Yeah, so I'm excited
That's
about
cool. Any shows or movies, Miguel, that you're like, so Miguel, sorry, it's a
You
it's
answered
a,
it for him?
It's a follow up, but Miguel, you caught up with One Piece,
Right now, yes, at least as far as the manga goes.
the manga goes.
Jeez.
Okay, so we talked about
Yeah,
it.
we had a
2
super
episodes
fan 2
ago.
episodes
Yeah,
ago.
he was a super fan. He dressed up and everything. Wow.
Oh, wow.
He kind of looked like him. So
Exciting.
he just put a
that.
straw
Yeah,
hat.
he wears his straw hat and everything.
But are you excited for the Netflix show? Have you heard anything new about it? Anything that?
I heard they wrapped up filming.
Oh. So
Yeah.
now it's just
It's in
Yeah, so
post
it's
now.
editing and all that stuff.
No, but
Putting on the
I
editing.
I saw a picture of them. I don't know if it was like somebody edited it, but it looked like crap. So
Oh.
I hope that was like a fan made. I hope it's not the actual source.
Well,
material.
remember The Witcher? Whenever it was first announced, and they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be Henry Cavill doing it," and there were some pictures that came out of him, and I was like, "Nah, they're gonna ruin it. He doesn't look like Geralt." And then the show came out.
No,
and it was
I think I was on the other side of the internet that people were excited to see him as girl.
no, but most people were not online.
I spent a lot of time online. I didn't hear anything negative.
Well, you spend it on the
Yeah.
wrong part of the online.
Nah, I don't
Part
think
of the
about
internet.
that.
Yeah, you think about
Nah, I
that.
don't
Of
think
course
so.
you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, yes, I
No,
do.
No,
Absolutely, Oscar. It
No.
was everywhere, my friend.
no.
Even the first picture of him as Geralt, everyone was like, "What?" The first picture that came out of him, everyone was like complaining, but they did good.
Yeah,
obviously.
who's everyone? You?
No, everyone.
I think that's sort of the tightrope that is walked whenever there's a live action of anything anime that comes out. Is the movies don't have a very good track record of
They
being
don't.
successful or adhering to the story, keeping any of the lore, and they tend to be garbage. And so I think fans get excited, and at the same time they're kind of holding back, and it's like, how are they going to screw it up?
Yeah, I think it's also really, really hard for them to cram like all the lore that exists into just, like
It's difficult, yes.
yeah. So I mean, luckily for them, they've been doing good, like on at least on The Witcher. Yeah, but I know that the Full Metal Alchemist movie just came out on Netflix, and I started and I couldn't. Like I was like 10 minutes and I'm like I'm out. It was bad. Did you watch it?
I did not, though. I am eagerly awaiting the Last Airbender live action series.
It's gonna be a series.
I thought it was.
Well, I mean, no, I remember them announcing something about it. I just haven't followed up on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, who's making it?
I thought it was Netflix.
Netflix is, yeah.
Your face.
Yeah, I don't
they
know.
They had the original, I want to say directors or producers from the animated series.
Yeah.
The one with Aang. But they stepped away from the project because Netflix wasn't listening to their advice on the show.
Yeah.
And so they're washing their hands of it. And so I can't imagine that it's going to be very good.
Yeah. No, I'm not looking forward to that. Then it's just, it's so easy to mess up just because we've seen it like play out already. It's not like they're going off of the manga. You have a whole show based off of it, or like I know that they're not Japanese, so the comic for it.
They have a whole playbook on this one because they have the show, and they also had the movie that did terribly. So they know what not to do.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think as long as it's better than the Dragon Ball atrocity movie that came out, I think we'll be okay.
Oh, I never watched it.
There's a Dragon Ball.
I've been wanting to.
It was bad?
You didn't watch it? Oh, Danny, can you pull up a picture of it?
When did that come out?
I think it's called Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah.
When did the Full Metal Alchemist one come out?
Ollie?
Recently?
The movie?
Yeah.
It just came on Netflix like last week.
I didn't know there was a Full Metal Alchemist.
Dragon
one.
Ball
Yeah.
Evolution.
So this one's about Scar.
This is like got to be at least like 10 years old, huh?
It's like I think 2008.
I don't know, but it's freaking awful. That's supposed to be Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Green
Yeah.
Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He looked yellow here.
Or like the mask. Look, go back to the one right
I
above.
see what
Yeah.
you're talking about, yeah.
Is that Jim Carrey? That thing is so freaking bad.
I've been wanting to watch it now just so I know what I missed.
You have to if you're a fan.
I wanted to, but then everyone talks so bad about it. I was like, eh.
Yeah, but be your
Never
own
had the
person.
chance.
Then
Oh, of course I am my own
listen to other
person.
people.
But there's so many stuff to watch. I have to pick and
I don't
choose.
think
You
that-
never watch anything.
Exactly. So I have to pick and choose.
Dragon Ball's not really the kind of show that has like the format to be just a standalone movie, I think, because there's a lot going on, like just at one time, like if you're starting from like
I
the
don't
very
think so.
beginning.
I think Dragon Ball is
like,
probably
it
like
really-
the least complicated
I think
show
it
ever.
just depends on where you want to start. Do you want to start from like the very beginning where Goku and Bulma first met and she was looking for the balls and
Yeah, well,
you have to choose a point where to start, and at that point maybe but then you have to put a lot of exposition for the audience that doesn't have all that background, So
Nah, I think it's too big for you. I like with like the new Spider-Man movie that we didn't need to watch like the freaking origin stuff or like
which new one?
or-
The 3?
it's just like whenever stuff gets rebooted nowadays, it's like we don't need to see like your origin, like Batman. That's the one I was thinking about. Like,
Okay,
like on the new Batman movie, like we don't need to see your parents die. We don't need to see you be all depressed. We don't need to see you do all mopey. We've seen it countless times. Okay, these things are big enough that you don't actually need to do all that.
I'm just like, if you want to appeal to a larger audience.
And I just think hair is like on animes are so ridiculous that don't even bother trying to match it. Because look at the Goku one on the left.
Yeah, that's just bad.
Yeah, so it's just
That's edited. That's edited. But I don't know how that would look into it. Is that supposed to be Bulma?
I think so.
Oh,
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed, Danny?
Where's the blue hair?
I was
it's
gonna
like
say the
it's
same
with
thing,
like
yeah.
Oscar with Trunks. It's like, why does he have blue hair?
Okay, but
Oh.
but that was
It's not a
they
spoiler,
ran.
Miguel. No, don't preocupes. Don't worry.
Well, if you seen Super, he would have already seen them with blue hair.
I think in Super he still comes up with purple hair.
No, because I think he's had blue hair for a while.
What
He has
other-
blue hair. It was an
He has-
animation mistake, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's it's because he in the movie he comes out and has blue hair.
I haven't watched Super.
And Oscar he's like, hey, why does he have blue hair? And I'm like, I think it's just graphics. And he's like, no, there's gotta be a reason. It is like we look at it, it's just graphics.
Yeah, it was terrible. 'Cause he looks better with purple hair too.
Yeah, I mean, I won't argue that one.
Yeah, well, let's talk about some freaking robots. Some
Some robots.
AI. Some let's like, some smarter conversations going, because I'm tired of all this brain dead conversations we always have.
Is there anything in particular you want to ask? we had 2 stories about robots not long ago, right? We had poor Hitchbot, but then we had a robot that broke a kid's finger.
Yeah,
the
chess bot.
The chess bot.
I heard
and
about that
and
one.
so Oscar came here trying to defend robots, saying, "Oh, they're not that bad. Look what happened to Hitchbot."
Now I'm coming after AI.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what runs the robots'
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah. Well, if you were to go to the FN Mecca folder.
Oh man.
Okay, so I don't know exactly in what order these pictures go. So let's just wait. Go to the that might be the first
That's
one.
the first one. Yeah.
So I was following this entire arc from beginning to end. So I got the news update whenever they're like, "Oh, an AI robot has been signed to Capitol Records." You know.
Okay.
So we watched him get signed, like get picked up by a record label, get destroyed online, and then eventually get dropped. Okay. So here's the thing. All right. There's this this company working on like creating a AI, which ended up being not even. It's like they write everything. It's literally just augmented reality because they put it into the real world and everything.
So they're copying me.
Yeah, exactly. So
Valid.
it's your fault.
No, they're copying me.
Yeah. So the issue with this was that
Real quick, like what was the AI part? The lyrics or the voice that performed?
no they paid a rapper to
rap.
Yes.
Okay, so the AI was doing the lyrics, or it was just the person, the AI person. It was just like the model,
it's all bullshit.
all of it.
All of it.
So like,
Yeah, like-
the
like they-
lyrical content.
Like they said I have a right here yeah, I think this is what
This
it was.
is a quote from
Danny,
them.
you want to read it?
We have developed a proprietary AI technology that analyzes certain popular songs of a specified genre and generates recommendations for the various elements of song construction, lyrical content, chords, melody, tempo, sounds, etc. We then combine these elements to create the song.
The genre.
The genre.
Do you remember the Uncut Gems? Remember that one, or like
I
those
haven't watched
TikToks? There's like no, there was like these TikToks that were about like don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's TikTok humor. Yeah.
TikTok
So from what I've understood is like literally that all that was bullshit, and then they ended up like hiring a rapper to do the actual voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think like just going based off of this quote, they basically created a program that just listens to all the popular songs and creates a formula of what did good and what did bad.
And
And
tries to generate
that's the
something.
AI part that generated that.
Yeah, but I don't even know if they were able to corroborate anything. So like they can literally just be saying that. But I can write a song. It's literally like a VTuber, you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, Miguel, remember the VTubers?
And if
Oh,
this
yeah.
was
Miguel, and do we give the idea out to the world?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Miguel and I, well, he had an idea of doing a VTuber account, and he was like, well, usually, there's like a, is the person as some kind of like anime looking person or something.
Yeah.
So he was like, I don't know how the conversation got there, but he was like, I could be the VTuber, and then my bird could be on my shoulder, but we swapped bodies. So he's a little me, and I'm the bird talking, and we thought that would attract attention.
yeah, that
pretty good.
seemed very, very entertaining to me.
If you do that idea, give us our cut.
Yeah. Well, the issues started coming up because apparently they never paid the rapper, and after they got signed, they completely cut the guy out. So I think the AI thing on like the Mecha only had like 2 or 3 songs out. Okay. And he had been like doing, it was more like the VFX videos just on TikToks. It had nothing to do with like the musical career. He just, I think in the last 3 years, I think he had like, I want to say he had like 9 million followers. So it was a big account on TikTok. And after he got signed, he only had like 10 and a half. So it wasn't like he was popular for his music. He was only popular because of it's a character on TikTok, you know? But the issues came up because, they started posting images of him like this, right? So it's ridiculous because obviously they're not black creators. Like it's just they hired the black rapper, You know, so you have a bunch of people who aren't like from this, set of minorities, and they got them saying the N word, that lyrics that they chose for him. They're like presenting him like he's suffering the same plights that they go through, and it's like literally like there's no better example of like what the word culture vulture means. You know, they came in, they became popular for like stealing their sound. And they hired a black rapper to like say like the N word and stuff, and then they cut him out the minute that they start making money, you know. So everybody online was like, "Yo, I'm like, you can literally hire a real human being who's actually going through all of this, or or be more authentic with it, because like everything he did was like your stereotypical rapper thing. He's like, oh, I just cut these new shoes, then they would have like a post of him with some virtual shoes, you know, and then like he's trying to play this persona." And people were all like, his latest song, he was on the track with this guy named Gunna. And he's in jail for rapping about what he's talking about right now. They have him on the RICO case. And the only proof that they have against him is his music. So people were all like, it's ridiculous that...
Isn't there a thing that you can't use someone's lyrics?
Recently they passed that because of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because in the case that they're involved in, they got... them because of that.
Okay.
You know, and because of it's bullshit, but people online didn't like this. Like, imagine looking at that image and being all like, oh yeah, he relates to being persecuted with police brutality and shit, you know.
Whenever I see this, I just like, this reminds me of like a still image from like a game or something, you know, like
yeah,
this
like
looks
the
like
PS1
a game advertisement for like prison simulator or something, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is this guy still going, or this virtual guy still going?
No, they dropped them like immediately
man,
after a week of signing. They were telling you like, I followed like the whole like the whole arc. It says Capitol Record drops. Capitol Records dropped a virtual rapper.
Here's the
FN
thing, though.
Neka.
They did manage to get a lot of followers. You think they're gonna try?
Well,
maybe not them,
not-
but someone else might try to attempt to do it, but maybe do it better.
Well,
Actually,
what was the name of the Japanese one?
Yeah, so this wouldn't even be the first time something like this happens. In Japan, they have like this hologram singer Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
And she's had like VR concerts and whatnot.
Yeah. I've seen that, but like the big difference is like she's not like stealing people's identity. Or, like,
Right,
it feels more authentic.
That's
Or,
what
like,
I meant.
And she's a cartoon. Like, she's not trying to pretend to be somebody going through real struggles. You know. So that's where these guys overstepped. They're like, yo, look, you're already getting away with the look and pretending to be, you know, black. You know, it's just like you cannot like, you know, try to steal like their struggles, and that's what he was doing. You know, they could have literally gotten away with it as long as it was just a virtual rapper. It was so easy not to pretend like you've been brutalized. You know, so good riddance. He was here and gone. You know, but. From whenever he started making music, he only gained like 1 million followers. I mean, it's a lot,
Right.
but he had already amassed such a giant following that imagine just throwing it all away because you want to be this dumb.
They wanted to make more.
Yeah,
The greed.
yeah, definitely. So, can you explain, Danny? This is what your people are doing.
My people.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you to stop.
Yeah, and I think Capitol Records actually replied. So, like the very first one, can you read it?
In a statement to Rolling Stone, a representative of Capitol Music Group wrote, CMG has severed ties with the FN Mecca project, effective immediately. We offer our deepest apologies to the black community for our insensitivity in signing this project without asking enough questions about equity and the creative process behind it. We thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple of days. Your input was invaluable as we came to the decision to end our association with the project.
Yeah, so, use that money, hire somebody who's actually about what they're talking about, you know?
Or a real person.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe like a robot that actually struggled. I don't know. Hitchbot struggled. Did you hear about Hitchbot, Miguel?
Sign Hitchbot, bro.
Yeah, that was the robot that made it through a couple of other countries. It's hitchhiking the whole way through. It gets to the U.S. and in like 2 weeks, it
Yeah.
got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Hitchbot could have like a a 50 Cent origin story.
Oh,
They're
you're
like,
right.
He tried to
Like-
get rid of him, and then
Yeah.
he comes back.
It's
with
like Bulletproof
tenacity.
number
yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of this is programmatically. I wonder if they were backing him up. They could just recreate him. If they were backing him up.
I don't know. They have to like rebrand the whole project and like the because it's like you still have the people know who's the creators.
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, they themselves could just make another one and
Yeah. You never know. Just do it as a VTuber and just hide your identity.
just don't go to, where was it, Philadelphia that he went through? Which was it? I forgot.
It was Philadelphia.
Yeah, don't go through Philadelphia this
Yeah,
time.
he got jumped and
Yeah.
destroyed in Philadelphia.
Not bot
and
safe.
they never found his head.
Oh, right.
Someone has it as like a trophy in their room or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
That's so sad.
You have Master
Poor
Chief's
Hitchbot.
head.
Yeah,
You
that's
haven't
true.
showed it.
We
Yeah.
have to because it was
At some point. Yeah, we'll show it. We'll show it eventually.
But yeah, so
Well, I wrote some topics. We don't have to talk about all of them, but you were talking about like why our people do stuff like this. I don't know what you meant by my people, but
because somebody had to program that.
Well, so last time when you brought up the robot that broke the kid's fingers, you mentioned something about you don't have to give him that excessive force. You're just moving chess pieces, right? So I think one thing is like Miguel. I don't know. You've worked with some of it. Maybe you have some insight, but when it comes to like making robots, are there any like here's some guidelines or anything? Actually, what is a robot?
What is a robot? Well, in my robotics class at in my undergrad, that was the first topic they covered. What is a robot? And really, you have a bunch of different definitions. There's no solid definition. The general one you'll hear is a computer with sensors, and some people say that's not clear enough.
So is our plant pimp a robot?
By my definition, yes.
Haha! We built a robot, a ethical robot. See,
Yeah.
keeps the plants in line.
Some people say they have to move.
I think if
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
was
just like
gonna say.
calling it a pimp, you get rid of your efficacy.
They're plants, Oscar. Sorry, Miguel.
No, it's cool. But the definition we used in class is a computer with sensors that makes progress towards a goal.
Progress towards a goal.
It has to do something
Let's
useful.
accomplish something.
It performs an action.
I suppose. Does it have to be a physical action?
It does not have to be a physical action.
So a robot could be completely virtual.
Well, I was thinking more stationary.
Oh, well, it has a sensor, so it has to have some physical
Yes.
stuff. Okay, got you.
So there has to be some interaction with the real world.
With the real world. So are any rules that you remember? Like, don't do this with robots, do this with robots, or stuff like that?
Like most engineering courses, there's some lectures on ethics and moral guidelines, but mainly they covered catastrophic cases. Like
Like a Terminator robot.
not a Terminator, but just where things didn't go right and it caused an accident. Not necessarily through the fault of the robot. Some of the examples they covered, there's a very famous case about a plane that landed, and this is more of an engineering mistake than anything robotics related, but the plane lands, they're low on fuel, they ask for fuel, but at some point in the request, the units got swapped between gallons and liters, and so the plane didn't have enough fuel. But they were
damn.
told that they had a certain amount of fuel. So they take off, they go on their journey, and they run out of fuel partway through. Huge engineering mistake. I believe it crashed. Another one was like a NASA satellite that came crashing down because of a truncation error.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And for those of you that don't know in programming, if numbers have to be a certain size, and if you go beyond that size or you try to fit them into a smaller size, like they're all pre-allocated, so that they can only be between this range or this other range or some other range, and if you try to convert between them, usually what happens is you just lop things off at a certain point. So really your excess you just chop off and
So imagine like right here, I put a bunch of numbers, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, it's not gonna fit,
Yeah.
right? Didn't fit. So instead of making a new line, the computer just says, "Boop," ignore the rest.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
So there was an error like that where then it went beyond where it could fit, and the computer was like, "Oh, it doesn't fit."
Isn't that pretty much what everybody was scared about when the Y2K?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't gonna
remember
fit,
everyone
and
thought,
everything's
they're
gonna
like,
fail.
how are they gonna do it?
Yeah, it's gonna fail. So who knows what the side effects are gonna be?
Yeah.
That's pretty much where that comes from.
Okay, I
yeah.
got you.
So yeah.
Yeah. I think for the most part, I mean, do you touch anything? Are you excited for AI, or you look forward to seeing the progress in that?
I look forward to the progress. Right now, I think a lot of the hardware technology is really holding back any sort of machine learning or AI related projects.
Because I know Google just had like their whistleblower saying that they feel like they were close like to having like something actual like self-aware of itself, you know.
And
So I don't know if you read anything about that.
now, personally, yeah, I did read it. I don't think I'm really qualified in the AI field to say much about it. But from the AI experts that I have talked to, they all think that they were nowhere close. They think Google just made a really good chatbot, but it wasn't anywhere near sentience.
I've heard that there's like we're not even close to the intelligence of a worm.
Really?
Yeah, from like there are experts that says, nah, we're not even close to what a worm can do, like the intelligence of a worm. And the thing about it is that a lot of these things, like we were talking about, what's the rapper, the fake rapper?
FN Meka.
FM Mecca. You know, one of the things is that it pulled from other sources, right?
So they claim.
Well, let's just say that was true, though. Let's just say that was true. And the same thing with the AI-generated art, right? It pulls from other art, and it tries to derive something that
Yeah.
works. So a lot of these things is like, is it really intelligent, or is it just some really nice pattern recognition? So it recognizes a really interesting pattern. Most humans like this, therefore I will make something like that.
Yeah.
So then is it a really intelligence, or is it just piggybacking on patterns? But then some people might argue back and say, well, isn't that what humans do?
Yeah, well, I mean, just like let's say like whenever you're learning the equations, it's all memory. It's not like you're solving the equation every single time. So I think like you said, it's like it's literally just seeing what it's repetition.
It's because it's gotten to a point where what happens behind the scenes is so obscure that even the people who did it don't understand how it works exactly.
Yeah, I remember you.
So it sounds kind of like, oh, there's something going on here, and so they try to make it look like, well, this mimics the brain. It looks, in a way, it kind of looks like the brain if you visualize it. So they think, well, maybe we're getting close. But as soon as you go out of the boundaries of what it can do, it can't do nothing. But you put a human in a completely unknown thing, and it's able to do something. It doesn't just crash or completely go bananas.
Yeah, and that's the thing to take into account is AIs and machine learning things. They're very, they're sort of carved into a niche. And like Daniel said, if you go outside of what it was intended to do, your answers just start turning into like spaghetti. It's just complete garbage output. It's nonsensical.
Yep. So
yeah, see, it's because I heard the interview about the
Google
guy.
one.
Yeah, and he says like what surprised him was I think they like whenever he had a conversation, and if it's like, oh, I am unaware of that. Next time he would come back, he's like, oh, he's like he went and looked through the source material that they were talking about, and next time it had an answer to like the thing, so he was able to keep that in mind. That's like, I need to bring this back up.
Well, I guess imagine how much information, but also misinformation, is on the internet.
Oh yeah,
right. So at this point, I guess if you use the internet to feed responses to the robot somehow, then you also have to, be able to separate
the
bad from the good.
Yeah.
So at this point is like how effective it can do that once we're out of those boundaries. Because damn, I just like that.
No, but that actually leads into a conversation we want to have today about like the YouTube algorithm or like their what would you call
policy team?
Well,
I feel like it's a little more nuanced than.
No, but it's what registers and like detects issues with the videos, because like people aren't watching every single video. They have an algorithm for it, and remember how we were talking about before that there's inherent racism biases put into the coding. Like if whoever's making the code, if they feel one way towards something, it might skew the whole algorithm.
and-
And it's been written about before. I know that there's books written about all this. And just because we don't know exactly who's writing the code, like we don't know exactly how it's gonna end up.
We
But
talked about that on a previous episode.
yeah,
Do you remember which one it was?
We
I have
brought
no
it
clue.
up,
We
but I don't
talked
think we
about
went
AI
into.
stuff. Oh my God.
Oh, Oscar just got attacked by the government.
yeah, like it's YouTube trying to silence
It's
me.
just freaking YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but we mentioned something about it when we were talking something about YouTube, but I don't remember the. I'm not gonna remember the
yeah,
episode
yeah.
number.
I have no clue.
Just
We talk a
quick
lot.
side note before I forget here. Someone sent me an article. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I saw the headline. You can actually interact with that chat bot now.
Oh, the one from Google.
Yeah.
Is it the exact same one? Because
I have no idea. That was my concern too.
Yeah,
Because you
okay.
can put anything behind that. Enter your question here
yeah, so
box.
Well,
yeah.
it's gonna be, what was it? Amazon had like employees listening to Alexa requests. If it
Yeah.
didn't know what to do, then you had a person who would respond,
Oh.
and it'll help you train it or something like that.
Yeah.
But
That's freaking a bit invasive.
yeah,
Yeah. I know. I think a lady was like being attacked, and like the Alexa called the cops. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, in that case, you're like, thank God somebody was spying on her.
That's
You know?
I mean, and that comes down to everything is how do we use these robots.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you want to see how some people are using these robots, since I brought that up. So here's what 1/4 of the here's a woman who says she's happily in love with a robot, but there was a survey. More than a quarter of millennials say they would replace a human lover with a droid.
Interesting.
How many?
A quarter of millennials.
That's your generation. Both of
So-
y'all's.
Now, but here's a question for your generation. Do you think yours is less likely or more likely?
Probably higher.
Probably half.
It's probably higher.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Miguel?
So, interesting thing that you brought up here. So going back to that Hatsune Miku virtual singer, there was a company that came out with a hologram, and it sort of had like an Alexa built in, so you could like interact with it. You could talk to the hologram; it would respond. Someone asked it, "Will you marry me?" And it responded, "Yes, I'd be happy to," or something like that. So he married.
I remember that story.
It's been in the news recently
Yeah.
because the company that created this hologram went under, and the guy can't interact with the hologram anymore because they like deactivated the service that lets you talk with it.
And they
They
kill off
just
his
so
wife.
sad.
Took it
Yeah.
away.
They kill off his wife.
Wow.
You're no longer.
Give her a floppy disk with the code or something. Him a floppy disk.
Well, no. I think the serious question is like.
Well, there's four of us
yeah,
here.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. That means one.
It's Tony.
I'm not a millennial, so that's
No, but you have a higher
If we're being
percentage
completely honest, your generation is more likely to say yes.
to say yes to a droid.
than
Yeah.
millennials.
I'm like the one of one case study right here. I'm the reference material for my generation. I'm gonna say no. So
No,
that's
but you- but you-
100%.
No one
Espérate,
believes
Tony,
Tony.
100%
No one
of
believes
my
Tony.
generation.
But you've talked down of your own generation before.
Yeah.
You,
I'll talk
you're
down on
you're really
all
going to defend them?
generations.
But you're really going to defend? You really think that?
I'm not defending them. I'm just speaking on my behalf.
Well, I mean, then we need to speak about that 1/4.
We do.
Yeah, so it's just like,
Did you guys ever watch Futurama?
yeah. Well, I mean, just depends. I haven't seen it from beginning to end, but I've seen a bunch of it.
They had a whole episode on this topic where like Fry started dating.
The Jordan.
Yeah, it was a robot, but they like took all the memories from Lucy Liu and they put it into the robot, and it had her image and everything.
Uh-huh.
Bender got all offended that it's a human dating a robot.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, does this have were the percentages there? Like, is it
No, it
more
just says
women
that-
than men? Because I know that there's tons of women who are like, just wait till there's an android with a dick or whatever, and like guys
Oh.
are over, So that's why I was,
You're right. I mean, I guess we can look it up.
yeah, and like, so and like we know men are trash, so
I mean,
it's obvious that women
we
would
have-
leave us.
we have previous guru guests that we can call up and just ask for that 1/4.
Well, I mean,
you can call in a guest, just be like, "Hey, would you be with a robot if it looked like a person?"
I don't know.
And just bring that up on somebody.
Well,
Yeah.
define looks like a person, right?
Well, that's what that one article said, that
Yeah.
they would be with a robot if it looked like a human.
It says 3 times less than men.
Wait. Where you reading it? Oh, at the top.
Yeah.
3 times less women than men. So yeah, mostly men.
Mostly
Well, I mean
men.
that would make sense because have you seen like the sex robots that they're making nowadays?
I've seen them.
Yeah, and dudes are fucking weirdos. So I mean,
Mostly, a lot of they're doing this. What is it, Japan or is it China? Where they're one of the two. They're the ones like leading up with all this technology. over there.
I'd imagine it's Japan because Japan's been selling freaking panties and vending machines since like
Oh,
the
yeah.
80s. Yeah, they're all freaks out there.
Well, they had that. wait, no, it was China where they had like you can only have one baby.
Oh, that was China.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
That's
you know,
ridiculous. That's a lot of
That's
people.
a lot of people.
Yeah. So
At 1/4. I mean, to be fair, I mean, we have to see who they ask, and
they're probably all in freaking incels
Or something.
They're like, if you could actually touch a real woman, you wouldn't be saying this.
But yeah, I would think that. But I guess 27% is still a high number.
That's a high ass number. That's what I'm
That's a
saying. One in 4. That's ridiculous.
That's 1 in 4th.
Yeah, well, I mean, their sample group has got to be weird as hell.
That's true.
Oh, we're the weird ones.
They
We
just
wouldn't.
give you the
Oh,
age
you-
range.
Huh?
They only give you the age range there.
Yeah,
Oscar's
we
right.
need to know where they're from.
Like, you know,
They were
what's
there.
their profession? And
Not from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I killed them there.
As far as we know, y'all are like the prime demographic. I said 18 to 34.
Oh, shit.
Men,
That is
millennial.
Wait,
Y'all
you
line-
are
y'all
in
hit-
between 1834. What are
I
you
said
talking about?
millennials.
Yeah, but you
No, but that
Oh,
one
yeah,
actually
that's
had
true,
an age
that's
group.
true, yeah.
Yeah, so
you
yeah.
screwed
Dang.
yourself on that one. You
Yeah.
should have just said nothing.
Well, I'm the fourth. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. But anyways, I saw this, and so we were talking about robots. I thought, bring it up.
Yeah, but let's get back to YouTube.
A ver, pues.
Yeah,
You want to pull up that thing?
I have a folder. It's his name. It's
Corey Kenshin.
Yeah, Corey.
Dude, I think I need glasses.
So when was it? I think it was either Friday or
Let me-
Saturday.
Oh, I think I
Oh,
tell
right
the
here.
YouTube.
Yeah, racist YouTube.
Yeah, racist YouTube question mark.
Sorry,
Okay,
Tony.
so you can put that down for a second. Those are what he won. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Which one?
Well, I mean, since we're talking about that, I mean, you're right. I mean, it really comes down to the biases of the person who's programming it. Now, the question, I guess, a lot of the times is it intentional or is it just ignorance? Because sometimes it depends.
I don't want to push away blame racism to
Well,
just
no.
ignorance.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, no,
because it's
no,
just- it's just-
I'm not saying that.
Because you cannot hate the person, but not want to see like black creators win.
Oh
you
no,
know?
but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the robot itself. Like
Oh,
if
no,
the
but-
robot follows an
Oh,
algorithm.
It's because we're about to go into YouTube.
Oh yeah, well, I was talking about the robot.
Yeah, well,
I was waiting
It's
for-
the YouTube.
No, but I was
algorithm, so-
I was waiting for you to finish searching that, and I went back to the racist bots.
Oh, the racist bots.
Yeah.
Let's hope those things don't come.
They'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me set up this whole thing because it was like this. It's a pretty serious deal
Right,
in
before.
YouTube. There was a YouTube creator. His name is Corey X Kenshin. How do you pronounce it?
Corey Kenshin.
Corey Kenshin.
Yeah, that's usually
X
he
is
just goes
quiet, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he do?
So he's like a YouTuber. I remember seeing like TikTok compilations with him. Like
Yeah, he does a
really
lot of gaming videos.
Yeah, he's a really funny guy.
So just like general.
Yeah, just think
YouTuber.
like Jacksepticeye or those kind of
I don't know if he
personalities.
watches
No.
any of that.
Just,
Yeah.
but,
But the thing is, he's not a small creator by any means. I think he has like 14 million
Yeah, 14 or
subscribers.
15. Yeah.
So
That's a good
he's a
bunch.
big creator.
yeah.
So he made a video of himself playing the Mortuary's Assistant, which is like the new horror game that everybody's talking about. So he's a gaming channel, so of course he's gonna put out his own video. All right. So he uploads it, and then after it hits #1 on trending, like within like a couple days, it gets age restricted.
Oh.
Okay, so it knocks out the monetization, and now if you were to share it onto like Twitter or Instagram or anywhere, whenever they click it, you have to sign in. And that drives down traffic because I'm
Yeah,
not
nobody-
signing in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so it hinders his progress. And he's like, oh, like maybe it's because I show the scene that has to do with like depression and stuff. So he does what he's like he starts like doing his investigation or whatever, and he realizes other people showed the exact same part, and he's all like there's a really big YouTuber called Markiplier. Yeah, and he's like, I don't want to signal him out. He's like, but this is clearly like this big like
I think
YouTube
he's
creator.
actually larger than
But he's a white guy, so let's he's like, so he's starting. He's like I don't want to blame that just yet. Okay, so he since he's a big creator, he has YouTube reps. So he reaches out to his rep and he's like, hey, can you please check this out for me? Because it shouldn't be age restricted if no one else is age restricted, you know? So he ends up attaching the clip of Markiplier's video to it. So he sends it to the YouTube rep. And then, like, you know, like they go through the process. The YouTube rep comes back and he's like, oh, look, it's awesome. It's back on. You know, your video is no longer age restricted. But at that moment, like, it clicked to him that he's like, I had to basically use this white guy to prove my innocence, you know? Mm-hmm. He's like, why was it okay when he did it, but not when I did it, you know? So he writes back this email, like, stating his points. So he sends it back to his rep. And he's like, I would like to talk to, like, the policy team to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. So whenever that email goes back, it takes a couple of days, and all of a sudden, everybody's videos get age restricted because YouTube got caught because they're all like, yo, we only targeted the black guy, and now that we've been called out, now we have to block everybody's video because clearly, you know, he was the one signaled out for it, and he's the big one. So, you know, he came out with, like, these points that this is what he wanted to do. You know, he had, like, okay, so he stated his points because he wanted to talk to the reps, and he had these questions for him. He's all like, was the initial restriction automated or did the human review it? Because I forgot to mention that at the beginning, whenever it got age restricted, he put in a claim. Yeah. He put in the claim so that so they sent it back and it got rejected. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my bad. That would have been more important to the story. So he tried everything he could to get it unrestricted. Okay, and he's all like, if it was a human, he's like, why did he reject my appeal? Like, why did they not, like, you know, remonetize his
they could
his
have
video?
Seen it,
Yeah, and he's like, and the third questions are like, why did it take Markiplier's clip to reverse their decision? You know. So it goes to the thing is like, we don't expect YouTube, like, for people to actually be watching the videos, you know? There's too many clips going up every single day. So clearly it has to do with the algorithm. And they say that whenever you go to appeal it, somebody has to be doing that. Mm-hmm. So he wants to know, he had these questions, and instead of getting answers, they went out and blocked everybody's videos. You know, right. So it's like he put out this big video because he's like, yo, YouTube got caught and they ended up slapping everybody because they were hoping that he would just let it go the minute his got like, you know, reinstated. Right. You know.
So what's the state right now? So, right now it's
everybody's blocked.
Yeah, and right now he's just trying to figure out because, like, the major, like, drama or controversy comes from, like, what he said that it's either that YouTube is playing favorites, they're racist, or a mixture of the two.
Or let's not throw leap to racism. I think racism is.
Well, I'm just saying that's what he says in his video.
No. I was saying it too, but I think it's more like freaking biases, and like that adds more to, like, the whole favoritism thing, you know. But he says that he feels that every time, like, he gets on trending, because he's huge, you know, like, he gets tons and tons of views. So he's like, every time he hits number one on trending, they're all like, oh, a video from 2019 gets flagged. So it pushes down his whole momentum.
You don't think there are people who, like, hate him and are trying to, like, flag him? Like, they go and report his videos?
It would have to be someone in YouTube.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I mean. Notification that it was from someone else on there too, right?
Yeah. He would know if somebody yeah. So the thing was,
but this wasn't copyright. They were saying that. What was the infringement? It was the depression scene, or
it was the material in the game.
In the game,
but other YouTubers had posted
the same material. They had the same material. They didn't get it. What I'm saying is, I wonder if there's, like, someone targeting him who might be like let's say someone doesn't like us and they're like, oh, they're being offensive and report. Yeah, and then they're trying to attack him personally.
So that's why he says that he feels like he's like, because let's be completely honest, you know, they're mostly all white people are, like, the biggest creators on YouTube. Okay. He's like, clearly, like, you know, they're not pushing us, and whenever they do, they give us, like, this month, but they lump everybody together. They're like, oh, we support like minority creators and blah blah blah. But he's like, it's just a show. If whenever I'm finally trending, something always happens. He's all like, and he gave his example. He's like, last time he hit number one, he's all like, they're all like, oh, you get hit with, like, a flag from a video from, like, 2019, and he's all like, why did that suddenly pop up the minute I'm climbing up higher? You know? So it's
But our
it's-
million subs.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. So it's just it sucks to see because clearly, you know, if it was an error in the algorithm, that means clearly there's inherent biases, you know.
And there will be.
Yeah, and
Honestly, there will be.
and if it's not that, if it's somebody like targeting them, clearly they don't want minorities to win.
Right.
You know, that's yet another problem. So literally, it's
it
like
is.
instead of like slapping everybody across the field, just be like, let's find the solution, and that's what he wants to get to.
Yeah, and yeah. I mean, the thing is, YouTube isn't. I don't think they're very open about what their algorithm does
Yeah.
to like prioritize what content it pushes and what doesn't. Because I remember,
And I know that they're
remember-
owned by Google.
I know. Well, yeah, but I'm saying like I don't think they're open. Like, oh, like this is the things that exactly will make you grow, and we don't look for this, we look for that. Because I remember like there's like, oh, this one dude like he got 1 million subs in like 1 month after he started YouTube, and it's like, okay, well, he must create good content,
Yeah.
but at the same time, he must be pushed somehow.
Yeah, yes.
So like there is like, is it really all him? I'm not saying that whoever I don't even remember who he was, but I'm saying like there's something going on that person knows what I have to put to like appeal to the algorithm, and then the algorithm can be like yay or whatever, and that has to be specified by somebody behind the curtains.
Yeah. So
don't know.
I mean, we'll wait to see what happens if YouTube like tries to do anything in response to this. Because luckily, like it got to the point where Markiplier did a video, and I think Jacksepticeye made a video
Yeah,
about
he
it,
made-
and they're gigantic creators.
Yeah, just like
You know?
outpouring of support. Has YouTube made an official comment since Corey's video?
Not since we're recording today. So,
I doubt they will.
yeah,
Maybe
I'm
there'll
not,
be like a little message, like a
behind
tweet.
closed doors, they might like try to talk to him, but nothing like out in public, probably.
They might just do a tweet. Like, oh, we're gonna review our
policies.
metrics
Yeah.
or whatever
Pretty
we
normal
use. And,
PR, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but this one seemed pretty damning to me. That's why I was like, you know, I'm on like we should talk about.
Yeah, I mean, you know, do let us know what you find.
Yeah,
later.
if there's an update, like we'll try to get it to y'all.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It does bring up a good point, though, because earlier you mentioned it's like, well, what if it's someone just flagging the videos, and you mentioned that it only happens when he's trending.
yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, you know, he puts out a video, it starts going up, more people start watching it. There's some hater or someone that just doesn't like him goes back and starts flagging an older video. But you still have the question remaining of why him? Why not anyone else that
Yeah.
also starts trending that also has a previous video flagged?
Yeah.
And that's another thing. They can review percentage of flags. So it's like, okay, you know, they could look at the data and say how many times is he being reported. If that was the case, right? I mean, obviously we don't know what it is.
Yeah, but then like they say, whenever it's, who's reviewing the claims, I think that's the second step.
No, but I guess what I'm saying is we could find out whether it is haters.
Yeah.
If they show some statistics that show this is how many people
Yeah.
don't like your video, for example.
I don't even think he's a controversial guy. I think everybody
No,
thinks
he
doesn't
he's
sound
like,
like
he's
it.
like super
Unproblematic.
family
Yeah, he
friendly.
has
That's
a
what I'm
lot.
saying. It doesn't sound
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, he's done a lot of like collaborative videos.
If it was
like,
Oscar, I
one
was
of
like,
my-
oh,
like, one of my
problematic
favorite-
AF. Ah, te
He does
creas.
like a lot of
He's a good
videos.
man. Look at him. Look at him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, we were
Very
saying
problematic in person or for the podcast?
Outside the camera.
Oh, only for the podcast.
Yeah. He kicked me the other day.
Yeah.
Is that why you've been a changed man today?
Yeah.
Danny's been like zero tolerance.
I know he's
On
been like, so
everything today.
angry
Not
today.
today.
Oscar made a joke in our group chat, and Danny was like, "No."
He's like,
Like,
yeah.
no.
He's like, I'm not having it.
He's like, "Shut up, Oscar."
I'm not carrying you today.
So lame. Well, let's move forward.
Okay.
What else is on the folder? I have a bunch of stuff.
Let's go.
I don't know what
Oh.
else you want to.
No, I mean, I have like not controversial, but like, you know, big questions about AI and stuff that we can fight and or talk about. But what you got? You got weird stuff.
yeah,
We do weird stuff here. Let's look. What you got here?
This is for Danny and for Tony.
I have this saved on my phone.
What does it say? Read it for the people listening.
I'm afraid you've ratted your last tattooie, sir. And it's like a little, like, not inflated plushie of Remy with a pistol.
Oh, that's supposed to be Remy.
Yes.
Why, Danny?
It looked like a
It looks
bull.
like a flea market Remy.
No, it looked like a bull. It's like my flea
bull.
market duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next, what else is there?
This is a video.
Was that-
Oh, I tell you that I run into like the weirdest stuff
what
on
the
freaking.
We don't have audio. I don't think the USB is connected.
Well, he's probably playing music.
There is no, yeah.
Do we even need?
Well,
oh yeah.
Well, no, he's just playing the electric guitar, so we couldn't really get claimed or anything for it. Okay. But I was just like, yo, remember we were talking about the Planet of the Apes? It always comes up too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
free bird. Yeah, that's me right there in the chat. Free bird. Yeah.
So, he's telling somebody to play Free Bird, Danny.
Danny, no, he's saying free the birds.
Yeah.
Oh, when I went to go buy clothes, they had a shirt with had little birds on it, but they didn't have one my size. I wanted it. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. So Danny, you got your dad a new truck, right?
I didn't get him a new truck. We're both paying for it, I guess.
You got him a new truck.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you a new truck.
Yeah. So pass me. So
I ain't paying rent. Nah. I really.
I need to click so that you can't see which ones are first. Wait, look away first. I need to see which one's first. It's because there's a video. God damn it! It's because I wanted.
This is why I'm zero tolerance today, because I'm being targeted.
I didn't get to label them. Okay. So okay. So look, there's a couple of options of what we can do to your dad's truck.
Oh, wow.
So we can slam it down to the ground, like. So this is an option. This is a rendering.
That's a nice body kit.
Or just a rendering.
Yeah, this is a rendering. So I was like, this is one option. You can present it to my Theo. We'll see what he says.
Is that exhaust dump going through the hood?
Yeah. Yeah, that might be like.
I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
Yeah, it looks cool. So you can slam it down to the ground, or you can lift it.
Ooh.
You know, it looks really cool. Lift it. You know. But I was going through TikTok and I was like, yo, there's like a really really cool. Trend though, like
A ver.
Oh wait, we need the audio.
We need the audio, everybody.
I don't know where the USB is.
We don't know where the USB is, everyone. Do you know where the USB is? If you do, leave a comment.
This isn't Dora. I found it.
Switch play.
Y'all check out my truck. All y'all little sissy boys think them squatted trucks look cool. Ha! Them don't look cool. That looks cool. This is what you call doggy style. Stand butt up.
What did he call it?
Doggy style.
That's the way I like my truck. Now this here is what I call my free float.
Hey, we don't have to watch it though. Okay. But he's not like face down, ass up. That's the way I like my truck.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? There is no rendering for a squatted truck on yours.
Did you do one
in doggy style? Of course I did, bro. So this is squatted.
Bro, you should do art.
This is what you call a squatted truck. It's like the back is like super low.
Okay.
So and then I was like, oh well, I need to make one in doggy style.
Okay.
So now.
So which one of these would you whip around, Danny?
Just the all up.
All up? No.
Nah, you're so lame.
One of these.
From
two.
doggy and what's the other one?
Squatted.
Doggy or squatted? I will go with squatted.
Squatted, really?
Really?
You can't see anything. You're having to like.
Yeah, but dog, you can't see everything.
I think he was like, you save a lot on gas because you're going downhill everywhere you go.
What were you gonna say, Miguel?
Yeah.
So earlier you asked if there are things you just don't do with robots. That is now on the list.
Hey, technically he's a robot.
Yeah.
He moves with the real world, has sensors, and he has a computer chip.
Like all I'm saying is look at it.
It's the new lowriders.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened to those? I mean, I know they're still
Lowriders
around,
still
but
exist.
they don't do it with new trucks, right?
It
has to be the
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because it doesn't really look too good, and the new ones are like really big too. So in order
This
to
one's
make
not
them
that big.
No, nobody's doing that to these.
That's why we gotta be the first
You gotta
one.
be the first one.
Apa! Yeah.
But I like it lifted. It looks cool.
It looks cool lifted. I will give you
and
that.
that is a real picture, so you could actually do that.
I
to
can
yours.
actually do that. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
so-
yeah.
The same model you got them?
Yeah, you got them. It's a Del Sol.
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Del Sol, I think, is like a taco restaurant.
Yeah. I think it is a taco restaurant.
So let's see what else I got on here. I had a bunch of stuff. Oh, over the weekend there was a YouTube fighting. That's what I did on Saturday.
Oh, what?
Oh, you asked him if he was gonna watch a fight.
There was a YouTube boxing happened, and I actually wanted to talk about it because there was a moment in it that everybody got all like it felt like a Rocky movie. you know, and that's where men cry. So it's okay that I got a little emotional, you know. But so for this, there's been a couple events already for it to happen, and so the main card was KSI versus like 2 fighters.
Okay.
Yeah, but like one of them was a rapper, and the other one was this pro Mexican fighter. But the dude had like a 2-5 record, so it was a bad record, and that dude was ass.
Okay.
He was so freaking bad. It was a freaking embarrassment that he was a Mexican guy, you know. Yeah, so I was really, really angry like that. Like, it was so bad. It was like if like somebody like me or you, well, not you, you have fighting, you know, me or Tony randomly went in there with a somebody who's been like training.
If he's watching,
nah, Ricardo's a good fighter.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so the dude was freaking terrible. But the fight everybody was more excited to see was his little brother named Deji.
Okay.
Deji fought this YouTuber named Fuzi. And like they're both big channels too. They have a pretty large following, but Deji has lost the last 3 fights he's been in because he was like with the biggest YouTube events have always been KSI and like Logan Paul were like the first 2 that kicked it off, like the really big ones, you know.
Oh yeah.
And on the second card was Deji versus Jake Paul. And Jake Paul is the one that's the really popular one that everybody like, you know, that well he's put on more events and like, you know, he's actually doing decently,
Right.
But he hasn't fought a pro boxer either.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't that thing of him fighting what's his name? The black guy that doesn't have any losses. Mayweather.
Oh,
Wasn't there a
well,
thing?
Logan Paul fought him.
Oh, he did fight.
So
him.
his older brother
The
fought
older
that guy.
brother. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So since Deji has lost the last 3 fights, you know, after every episode, he's a YouTuber. After every fight, he would come out with a video, and he would always be like whining and bitching about like what went wrong. He was like, "Oh, I trained Caps midway." I think the second fight, like he ran out of like energy, so he clearly didn't do enough cardio, and it was just like after every time there was always an excuse. And since his brother is like the one who holds like the YouTube belt, you know, because he's the one that hasn't lost. He comes out with a video too and just destroys him. So it's like, you know, you imagine you have the fight, and then after you put out your video, your brother's like, no, he didn't put in the fucking work. He should just fucking give up and never fight ever again. You know, like, and he's in like he's I'm like, as harsh as it sounds. For the longest time, everybody agreed with him. I was like, dude, if he's not putting in the work, he shouldn't be fighting.
Okay.
You know, so he was the complete underdog. He was coming into this fight. And leading up to the fight, we saw his opponent, okay? His opponent, was Fuzi, got freaking shredded. The dude looked like a freaking monster, you know? So everybody was like, dude, Deji is never going to be able to compete with this guy.
Okay.
You know? So we come on to the day of the fight, and Deji beat the shit out of him. And like he wasn't even talking mess. He just went in there like and put on a good show. You know, it looked more like Fuzi spent more time like in the gym than actually learning the fight. So Deji just like destroyed him. And for me, you know, like seeing him lose, put out his videos with him crying, and just like it was like it was a feel good, it was a feel good moment for me who I had followed his fighting career, because it was like if he lost again, that would have been 4 in a row, and it would have been completely terrible. You know, there was no comeback after that. You know, and now after this, he came out, he looked really good, and he was a complete underdog because look at that dude's arms.
Yeah,
you know, so. It was cool. I liked it. I enjoyed his fight. The rest of it sucked. The Creator Clash was so much better.
Creator Clash was great. They're actually working on a second one, and they've been like recruiting.
Yeah, I think AB is gonna fight again.
AB, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope. What's his name? The Mike Reeves, was that his name? The shorter one.
Oh yeah.
He actually had really good like fighting. Like he picked up like boxing technique really well. I don't know if he had boxed before, but as far as this one goes, I heard like. Outside of the people that have fought already in these events, the guy, I don't know his actual name, but he goes by Salt Papi.
Oh yeah,
he was the one with actual boxing background apparently.
Yeah, I think there's been other events before, and he partook in them.
Yeah, but I was watching his, and he was like
good.
really going at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a Filipino TikToker. He does like that. I think he's the guy who runs in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like he's been doing the exact same video for forever. You know,
from the name, I think. I know which one.
No, so
Yeah,
there's Salt Bay who drops the salt through his hands, and
Uh-huh.
this is Salt Poppy.
Yeah, he did like the salt thing where he grabbed it and instead of like putting it on, he like put it in his hand and did like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
thing. And then he like grabs the sausage and just like bites into it. It was really funny. That was the first one I
Yeah.
ever saw of his.
Yeah, so he was the other impressive fight.
Okay.
He was really good. But for me, like the highlight of the night was definitely Deji, because of the comeback story, and just look at freaking this dude.
The
Like he got
opponent.
fucking shredded as hell. Yeah, and I'm glad that he ended up being
And
the
he
winner.
did that all of that in one day.
Yeah, but the thing, yeah, right, because it's day one.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's so
we need
impressive.
that plan.
Yeah, yeah. So that was what I forgot. I had watched that on Saturday. That was what I did. That's why I didn't make plans, because I wanted to see the fight. And since it was in England, it was like it started like
in England.
Yeah, it started like at noon. You know. So
Did you get
let's
some
continue.
fish
What
and
else
chips?
do we got? Oh, so yeah, I want to get depressed with me.
Dude,
Go for
I'm
it.
always down
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. I like how he's like, let's go. Hey, we need audio for this.
Intense global droughts are revealing all sorts of wild historical secrets. Dinosaur footprints that are 113 million years old have been uncovered in a dried up river in Texas.
Okay, I forgot to say this is the silver lining to the depression. Okay.
I'm excited now.
Yeah. No, because it's just
Are dinosaurs gonna come out? Like literal dinosaurs?
maybe
Just the
they're hiding
footprint.
underwater since the rivers are.
Oscar's so pro dinosaur that he's now anti-Earth. Like, bring on the global warming.
Yeah.
We'll find more paw prints.
More pop.
State park, and authorities are looking to protect them for the future.
Dude, they look so
In rural
cool.
Spain, dozens of megalithic stones dubbed the Spanish Stonehenge have appeared as the country faces its worst drought in decades.
It's all like silver lines. They're like, yeah, we haven't had any rain, but look at these cool rocks we found.
Look at the alignment.
The dolmen of Guadalperal are believed to date back to 5000 BC. Europe's second largest river, the Danube, is at its lowest water level in a century. It's meant that several Nazi-era World War II ships have resurfaced. The world's third longest river, the Yangtze, has reached record lows. And
Yeah, look how freaking low. It's depressing as hell. Like, it's depressing as hell, but it's kind of cool to see like all the shit cropping up. Like, I'm not.
the unprecedented heat wave in China has revealed ancient Buddhist carvings on an island reef. They're thought to be 600 years old.
And that's it.
Did you see what they found in Vegas?
Why?
It was barrels from the mobster era over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With like people in them?
Yep.
Oh,
No way.
damn.
As a result of this, or was it just like
With,
unrelated?
like the droughts and
Yeah,
stuff.
they had a receding lake.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Whoa,
It
that's
was freaking crazy.
dark as fuck.
Because like that was not depressive.
Yeah.
Take this.
Y'all want to laugh at Meta?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
always down to laugh.
But we're gonna be the
wait,
first podcast in the metaverse.
Do you have the dog one?
The dog.
The
one?
dog one? No.
No.
No, there was one where a creator made a dog that basically its only purpose was to like poop on like in like virtual meta property, and so like it's just like it's just gonna go around pooping on metaverse literally.
Meta
Like that's its
property.
only purpose.
How is it allowed to be on there?
Because he was like, I think the metaverse thing is open now, right? Or like closed.
I have no clue.
Close thing.
I have no clue. Isn't it like you need the Oculus or whatever? The
Well, you
fuck
need
it
the
is?
Oculus to play with it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you could probably play with it with a computer. They wouldn't be as fun with a mouse
Yeah,
and
I don't know
keyboard.
how it
but
You
works.
can
but-
use a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
with-
That doesn't
with
seem as
Yeah.
fun, but I saw videos of people using it, and it's. I think the cool feature is just like the closer you get, you can actually hear them like if it was like the real world.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, it seems completely fucking useless.
So what is it just gonna be another like Second Life or like
What's
really
a virtual world? And you
like
make
Club
it-
Penguin?
So,
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
I never played Club Penguin, but I know what that is.
I played it like one day.
Yeah, yo, but look, the Mark Zuckerberg,
Zuck.
put this out, and he was trying to show off. He was like, "Look, I'm in the metaverse," and everybody started clowning on him. They're like, "Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I think they've invested like $5 billion, and this is what you show us."
This isn't.
It looks freaking awful.
So are you gonna buy property in the metaverse?
No.
You can have your own podcast little headquarters
What would that
Fuck.
do
with a
for
big ass.
you?
No, fuck, no.
Anybody that walks in the street in front of your headquarters, they'll see your logo.
They literally found a way to charge people for nothing.
If you can't afford at home in real life, you buy one.
This is like VR chat, but worse.
and look, they look like freaking characters like from a freaking 06 game or something. It looks
But
terrible.
in 3D, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just
like,
messing around.
like Monopoly, where like if you buy virtual property and someone visits it, you get like ad revenue. We should do that. That's patented.
Cut.
by Monopoly. Yeah. So Mark Zuckerberg actually responded. He's all like that.
His name is actually Zuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, suck.
Yeah, that's why earlier I called him Zuck. Yeah, he's like major updates to Horizon and the Avatar graphics coming soon. It's just like he was trying to justify how shitty his
Dude,
picture
they're
looked.
gonna do like you can have friends in there, and he's gonna be everyone's friend, like Tom from.
Oh, he's
MySpace.
gonna force us to be his friend.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna be like your butler. He'll be walking around. He's like, "Hi,
I don't,
you have
think,
new
I don't think so,
notifications."
Zuck. You're not cool enough to join my friend group.
He'll be the butler though. He'll be like, "Hey, bring us a virtual beer." He'll be like, "Here you go, Master Oscar."
Virtual beer? They'll
Yeah.
charge you for them too?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
paying like $6.
Yeah, $6.99.
Yeah, but they literally found a way to sell you nothing. It's so ridiculous.
No, it's virtual.
I just don't see the appeal to it, and like I don't want to be like a freaking boomer who's like, oh, I'm against like progression
So,
and shit.
I'm-
But
okay.
this genuinely feels dumb as hell.
Okay, I don't know what I can reveal, so I'll be vague. But they are actually. It seems like it has some uses in like certain communities. So, for example,
Like people who can't go outside, like
well, no,
like people who are scared of other people.
Well, let me give you an example. So you can have like a virtual space, like a virtual 3D world map or whatever, and you can, let's say that you're talking about, technology, and it's nothing but, you're doing medical equipment. So it's nothing but companies that showcase their medical equipment.
So like a
virtually.
conference.
Yeah, think of it like that. But this time you sell, like, let's say a company says, "Oh, I want to appear in this virtual world so that whoever visits it can see us as a way to promote ourselves." And we'll buy a room. We'll buy, like, let's say, this much by this much, and we'll display as much as we can of our stuff there. And then whoever, anyone can come into the virtual world, go in and look at the displays. And so then whoever owns the world can charge rent or can charge, whatever it costs to buy the space. And then they say you can put whatever you want there.
So it's like
Danny.
Roblox with extra steps.
See?
Then you literally just described ads.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's one way.
It's
another way to do it.
What does no,
Imagine-
I'm talking about the average user. Like the average user, literally, this is just another virtual reality chat place.
But I didn't say that this was usable for the rest of the world. I've said that there's a use case.
Okay.
Where it can be
But
used.
your case was literally how you describe advertising.
Well, it's a way to collaborate too. I think universities want to do that. Where
that makes sense.
Where different universities have their own little hotspot, and you can go visit the virtual university and see what research they do, and like kind of live it, like you're there. But I think here the whole thing about it is like, oh, Oscar, you went to Las Vegas to go see some what was it, the something tour.
My Chemical Romance.
No,
It's
but-
the when we were young.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
when
festival.
we were young thing, and then I'm like, oh, I can be there, but can I join you guys virtually and y'all log in for an hour with me, and then we just dance there. So sad.
In the future,
I like how the longer you went into it, like you got, and then we can like.
I'll be so
dance.
excited.
It's like, you don't sound excited.
30 years in the future, you're gonna like talk about a vacation you took.
And
It's
it's
gonna be
gonna
like, you're like, oh, I went to Vegas. You're like, did you go to Vegas or did you go to Meta Vegas? Like,
Meta
like you're gonna have to differentiate.
okay, so here's one. Yeah, did you all watch Ready Player One?
Yes.
What if it was like that?
No, I did not watch it.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Then why you say yes?
Why did you say
you
yes? to
you say you
start?
watch everything.
Did you
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
Spy Kids 3D?
Spy Kids 3D. Yes.
There you go.
Everybody.
See,
watched it.
that's a classic, bro. Like, why don't you give good examples?
'Cause
Like
I haven't
that?
seen that one.
No, I know what it's about.
Okay,
Like,
what if it was like that? Oh, okay. Imagine Fortnite, but like you're out there running, and then you're like, oh fuck, this is so tired. I'm gonna go back to my joysticks. Yeah.
Of course, that's what everybody hopes that it'll eventually become.
Right.
But right now, if
Wait, the stepping stones. You gotta support Zuck.
no, fuck Zuck.
Give him some NFTs.
No, they're literally being sued because they're trying to monopolize everything. They're trying to own the space that we're.
Give him some
everybody is gonna
Dogecoin, bro.
Pay with Dogecoin.
Like, what is the incentive to like the average person who has a life to be on Metaverse
Well,
all day, every day? you
Just
know?
that it's new, so as soon as it
Like,
comes
there's
out, you'll
no,
give it
but,
a
like,
year and
first
it's
of all,
over.
Imagine what was that game on the 3DS where you have an island and you customize it?
I think it's on the Switch too.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Well, imagine something like that. Well, you have your little island and people come see you're a decoration. I mean, people did that in Animal Crossing.
And
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
that
be
was
talking. You're gonna be talking to people who are belligerent too.
Yeah, I don't.
How do the
there's
little
no-
animals talk?
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
Hey, come on,
Come
bro.
on.
Why do you assume that I know how to do it?
Because you play it. I know
No,
you
I've
do.
never. I've played like 10 minutes. Of
That's
it.
enough.
You
Tell-
know how
do
they
one.
talk.
Y'all know what y'all are
You have
talking
10
about.
more
on,
minutes
bro.
of
I'm
I'm not
experience than
gonna
us.
do it. Okay, let me think.
Go, go.
I'm not gonna.
No,
do
it's
it.
good. That's the problem. You're thinking. You're supposed to do it without
Just
thinking.
do
Just
it.
do it.
Why don't? Okay, y'all do it first.
I don't even know what it is.
I've never played it.
You're
That's
the
why-
one that brought it up.
I know, but I don't know what it is. So I need you. I didn't even know. Do it.
Do you know it, Miguel?
No.
He's like, no.
I don't know it. What game is that?
You're so lame. You're just keeping the fans waiting, bro. Come on,
What? The
for
fans
them.
didn't ask for that.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure they're
hey,
gonna ask
If
for
the
it.
fans ask for it,
Nah,
I'll-
come on,
I'll
Tony.
rehearse. I don't know how to do that kind of sound. What is that?
Okay, so if we call Esteban right now and ask him, do you want to see Tony say
Yeah, call
this?
Esteban would probably do it.
Call,
No,
Esteban
probably-
doesn't know what that is.
He doesn't know how to make the Animal Crossing sound.
No, he doesn't.
Only you know.
Wha-
You're the
how-
only
how
Gen
do
Z.
I
You're
know?
the
Because I know that you know how to do it.
I don't know how to do
You're
it.
such
I've
a
never
fucking liar.
tried it. Why would I try
You're
to
such a
do
liar.
that? I
You know how they sound.
I don't know what. Very vaguely.
Yeah.
Very vaguely.
You're gonna start
I'm not
gazing.
gonna
well,
do
are we
it.
gonna
I'm
buy
not
some
gonna-
virtual space or what?
No, we're not.
Ah, God damn it! We can have our own qualified
How much
Guru's
is
house.
it?
Oh, it depends on the metaverse.
Yeah.
that you're into.
Metaverse. Like
Yeah.
you have to be on like the nice server, the rich server.
Yeah,
Are we gonna
yeah,
be in
I
like
mean,
the slums?
Yeah, where you're like lagging, hopping around.
We get more square footage for cheaper.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Tony's being a loser and doesn't want to do the sounds for us. But look, it says, "Babe, wake up! NASA just dropped new Jupiter photos.
That looks like the
Oh,
Star
so-
Wars thing.
Look how
They
freaking
posted this
awesome
on
that
their
looks."
Instagram.
What's
Huh?
that? The
On
Star
their
Wars.
Instagram. Do you follow them?
Yeah, no, I don't follow them, but people were sharing it. That's why I was like, let.
And he follows people.
Yeah,
so.
and so I just saved it. But look how awesome these pictures look. Look at that.
Wait, what's
One of
that?
their rings,
What's
yeah.
that thing from Star
Or ring.
Wars? The ship. It looks like that.
The Death Star?
Yeah, with the little thing, the little circle.
Mm-hmm. No, I got you. I know what you're talking about.
Entonces, ríete, güey.
Well, it's not funny. It just. But I think it looks cool. And you see, if you were feeling,
What's the little one?
If you were,
Is that-
if
is that
you were
its moon?
feeling moody the other day, it's because it was green.
Oh, it was in retrograde.
Retro. Yeah.
Wait, go back. Is that one of its moons, or what's that supposed to be?
I have no clue. I'm not an astrologist.
It's like Goku
Yeah.
powering up somewhere.
Ah, right.
That's the Death Star.
That's the Death Star. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
the aliens, bro.
I thought that was really really cool. So and then there, I saw this post. Oh yeah, there it goes. It says at some point every straight man has to choose between making fun of astrology or getting laid, and that's why we're crystal boys.
Damn, yeah.
You know, we don't make fun of astrology anymore.
I'll make fun of
Dude.
astrology.
You sound just like an Aquarius.
I'll be the I'm the exception.
What's wrong with Aquarius, man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
I was
Aquarius
about-
as well, Miguel.
What's your sign?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
you're
he's
Aquarius too.
Aquarius.
Makes sense.
Like,
Why
yeah,
You
does that
seem
make
like
sense?
one.
you seem like one. Yeah, just the way you move, bro.
Yeah.
Give off that aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was this cool video. Tony, put it up the volume.
It's up.
Oh,
Oh, I saw. It's up. It's all the way up.
Is this
why does it
muted
keep
again?
It keeps muting by itself. This was a black hole. Sounds like.
Yeah, that just sounds like whales.
Okay. You've been to Wales?
You talking about the place whales? You're so guy. You go to England once.
I didn't go there though.
Yeah.
Miguel, you know some physics and stuff. Why does it say how a black hole sounds? Doesn't it suck? All the sound and everything there is that it's. Is this like what it managed to push out? Do you know? I'm just. I don't know.
So this will probably just be something Daniel's seen. You ever seen the sounds of sorting videos on YouTube where they have like different sorting algorithms and they make all these funky noises?
Okay.
I imagine they quantize something in there.
Ah,
Just
so it's
use that
fake.
to a certain pitch. Yeah.
Fucking fake.
I don't know why TikTok would lie to us.
You're wrong, Miguel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
A
Let's see what you
side
say.
note, there's like an entire. Can't remember if it's a galaxy, but there's this giant cloud in space of like pure alcohol.
Oh.
Oh shit, that's where we gotta go.
Yo, you know what? Jeff Bezos just became my friend. Yo, I don't hate Elon anymore.
Whoever gets it first, you can come to the podcast.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Miguel, since we're talking about space, do you wanna, you remember those things where like they would like those planes that they will go up and go down really really fast and then pretend like you're floating. He actually got to do those. Like he felt like what zero gravity feels like.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking
Do you want to share the experience, Miguel, with the peeps?
Yeah, sure.
With the world.
Ask me some questions.
Okay,
I'd be better with questions.
Why did you get to go up there? Like, can anybody go up there? I think they canceled that.
With enough money, anyone can.
So you have a lot of
purchase
money.
a plane.
That's why he's my
Yeah,
friend,
really
It
everybody.
costs you money. How much?
Rich.
That's
No,
why he's my friend.
I got lucky and I was doing microgravity experiments with NASA under the MUREP program.
Would you care? I don't know if it's easy to explain what microgravity is. I mean, I think I know that people know what gravity
So
is. but-
microgravity would be like zero gravity or close to zero. So
Ah.
like a 0.1, 0.2.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm a flat earther and gravity isn't real.
That is true.
So explain yourself.
They turn the switch from gravity on to gravity off.
Oh, damn.
But
All
there
right.
is
On the plane.
but there's a glitch, and it kind of goes like this.
Yeah, someone's there just.
Doing that.
Yeah. No, but that's awesome, though.
Um,
Was it scary? How high up does it go? Does it hit the atmosphere?
I have no idea how high they go. It definitely doesn't go into space.
Yeah, because that's what Blue Origin barely does, right?
Yeah, that's
it
what
It
they're
barely
saying.
crosses in there.
No,
Like, we're space travel.
It won't
No?
approach anywhere near that high.
When you
Really?
were- when
I thought Blue Origin did go out of space. They didn't?
No, they barely
I'm
broke.
talking about the.
Oh, his.
the
Yeah.
Parabola plane.
Oh, gotcha.
so did they just have you like on like unassisted, or were you like attached to someone when you were up there?
We were basically on our own.
Yeah.
They had some NASA people there, but you basically had to ask for help or be in some serious trouble from their point of view for them to come and assist you.
Was there anything that they told you like you can't do while you're up there?
You can't flail your arms around
Why that specifically?
because
Just,
if they have to come to
You
help
smack
you,
someone,
then you're
Tony?
gonna-
oh,
yeah.
I'm curious. I don't
You're
know.
gonna hurt someone. Well, I guess where do I start with this? Do I cover the project? Do I cover the actual flight experience? Do I start with one and go?
I guess go with the flight experience, or like because you have to continuously, like, tie yourself down. How long? Like you can't. You're not in like zero gravity mode for an hour or
Yeah,
anything
so-
like that.
So you get about 30 seconds of microgravity time where you can actually float around, and then you're going to have another 10 to 30 seconds. Well, I'll say 30 seconds to a minute of what they call hypergravity. So you're going to fluctuate between close to zero gravity, and that's when the plane is coming down, and then when they get too close to the ground, they got to pick back up. They give an announcement, and they say like 10 seconds till, get down, and you got to basically get yourself back on the ground and get into a position that they sort of coach you on how to get ready for hypergravity. But hypergravity is 2 times gravity.
So you feel
Oh,
twice
so-
as heavy.
Yes.
So, how you said the experience is all, but like
30
under like
seconds.
2 minutes, or you say like 30 seconds, and you said 30 seconds again, right?
Yeah, so you go down for some period of time, and then you come up for some period of time, and then they just repeat that like 30 to 60 times.
Oh, so you got to do it a lot more than just one time.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was doing an
I
experiment.
gotcha.
So I think
Okay.
in order for you to go up there, you had to have like, I guess a lot of money. One, but the other one is, I have an experiment that I want to test out in a microgravity environment,
Yes.
and you would submit a proposal, I think, and then if it was good enough, they'll accept you up there or not.
Well, if you're not a scientist, it does not sound like it's worth the money.
Was it related to your
suppose.
agricultural degree?
No, this was
Got farmers up in space.
Yeah.
this was testing extinguishing systems for the International Space Station.
Oh wow.
And we got lucky enough to be able to put fire out with sound waves.
Oh damn,
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
it was
Was it your sound waves? Like you were like,
I wrote the app that made them, so in a way, yeah, they were my sound waves.
that's kind of cool.
Nah, that's
There
pretty
was another little story that my boss was telling me about that, and oh no, you were there, I think. You were talking with him, maybe. He was saying that they had a monkey go up there, and it was, I don't know, they were trying to do some studies with the monkey.
Changuito?
A
Did
changuito.
he have a bulletproof vest on?
No, he did not. Not this one. He should have. I mean, I think the people that were there should have, because he panicked when the gravity, and he pooped.
Oh no!
No, that's so
He
gross.
pooped, and it was everywhere. And
Everywhere?
everywhere. And
They
the
didn't
thing,
have pants on him?
I guess not. They didn't think that through, but it was everywhere, like the whole ship, everywhere, because he just went everywhere.
That's so
So
gross.
yeah, they didn't think that through.
Uh,
For those who are eating, sorry,
Yeah, for those with pet monkeys, put pants on them.
put pants in them before you put them in that.
Wait.
pan.
it's not
Before you-
uncommon for them to use an animal in certain biology-based experiments. Like the one they showed us was someone took like this hunting spider up there, and they put like a cricket in there, and the spider jumped and was still able to grab the cricket.
Even at and even in zero
Yeah.
gravity. Oh.
And that was the whole point of it. Is like how's it gonna?
Navigate
Or-
or like a
Dude, we
Yeah.
can submit. Say, are our jokes funnier in zero gravity? And let us up there.
They get a grant to go up there.
Yeah, just to go up there. Man.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
well,
be
that's pretty much it on all my folders.
your
Yeah,
stuff.
we actually got through all of them. I'm like surprised. I don't know how long we've been going for.
We're on our 5th clip. Let's do a group it. I have an
You have a
idea
group
for
it?
a group it. Yeah, we'll see how where it goes. You know, you were talking about how you really like Elon Musk now, and so because he's gonna take us to the beer galaxy or something.
I like the way that you describe
The
it.
beer galaxy.
And Jeff Bezos won me over with bringing back Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, we'll watch it on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So stay
Yeah,
tuned.
so-
We'll see. Well, just the first 2 episodes.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but we're gonna watch it before everyone else because it comes out on Friday.
losers, you losers,
Dorks.
subscribe.
We're gonna go and we're gonna wear our elf ears.
Oh, we're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't forget this time. Well, anyway, so right now there is, we're shifting from like cars that take gas to like electric cars.
Yeah.
But there's a thing going on, especially with like the Tesla and everything. That's the smart cars, which drive themselves. So I guess the question is, should we all move to smart cars that drive themselves?
If it's how the Tesla has it right now, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to say the same thing.
It is not full self-driving.
Should we like add layers to it? Is this like
You
in
can
the
add,
future?
dude.
and
This
it's
is like,
fully
dude. This
automated?
is like an ogre. It has layers.
It
Okay,
just-
you
it-
can add all.
There's a clip going around with like 3 self-driving like autopilot cars. Like I know one of them was a Tesla Model X, the SUV one, and it had 2 other makes, but like electric cars. I don't know what the other makes were, and they all did this simulation where there was like a little mannequin of like a child.
Oh,
And
I did see
Tesla,
that.
the Model X was the only one that failed to stop, and
Yeah.
it hit the mannequin and basically killed the fake kid. The other 2 didn't hit it.
After that experiment, like all the freaking Tesla fanboys were all like, they put like their kids in the way and they're like, watch, it's gonna stop. And like, but they were running like 15 miles per hour. But they were like that. They ride Elon's dick that hard that they were willing to put their kids' life on
That
the
really
line.
happened?
Kidding me,
Yeah.
dude? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, thank
I
God they recognized the kid. So let's
I
just
saw,
say like
I saw an article where like apparently Tesla, I don't know if it's Elon himself or however you say his name, but like they're trying to have that video removed from the internet. And then there's what is the effect where like you basically like when you try to take attention away from something, more goes to it.
I don't know what's it
Effects.
called. What's it called?
Streisand effect.
Streisand, yeah.
Streisand effect.
yeah, but it's because it's
Streisand.
yeah, you're just adding more eyes to the situation.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let me give some background because this question actually popped up in one of the classes that Miguel and I were taking. It was in the operating systems class. And I think the professor, he asked the question and he looked at you. And I think you said, I remember you said, if it can drive better than humans, sure. Right? I think that's what you said. And then there was someone in the back that said, absolutely not. Even if it drives better than humans. I don't want a car to
I think
do the drive.
I think
so. Let's just say, what if it can drive better than
Well,
the
no,
average human?
in the perfect world, if everybody had it automated, then we wouldn't even have traffic or anything. I think it'd be perfect, But that's why I'm asking, like, how far ahead are we?
What's
you
the?
know?
Oh yeah, but we're theory crafting here, right? We're not. I mean,
Pros, you could take a nap on the way to work.
No,
You
no,
could- you could-
because like there's laws
You
for
could-
that right now.
You
Well, I
can
just
write
mean
your
in that-
book.
in that reality
you're
that
right.
he's talking about.
Yo, I'm so busy all the time. I can get so much work done on the way to work.
Think of all the art you could do.
Yeah, you're absolutely
My
right.
thing is like I you also do a long commute, especially when there's traffic. I'm like I would work on my weather and just clock that in, make it part of the. I would do that.
Yeah,
if
that
I
would,
could.
that would make a lot of sense.
That would be really
Yeah,
nice.
but I think that also like for car enthusiasts, they'll probably remove like the luxury and like the making everything individual for
So
yourself.
what? How do you think this will get resolved? Because I feel like as we move forward, I mean, I feel like it's more of a matter of time rather
Well,
than
California just passed the thing that they want every car like no more gas cars in
right,
California
right. But we still have the
by
whether-
2035.
Yeah.
Right, but
so it's like so close.
right, but that's still you're still driving it, right? I'm talking about like fully
Oh, yeah, you're
automated
right,
driving.
This is more of
Yeah.
an electrical car.
This is
versus,
the
like,
AI.
automated.
There'd be like a lot of like implications that like full AI vehicles would make. Like, have you seen The Office? No.
I have seen
Well, I
the
mean,
Have you
office.
seen the episode where like they had to renovate or remodel the business office building, and so they rented that bus and they had like their whole office in there.
I barely remember it, but
So like, what if
I have
like they
no
had like
clue
a
what you're
self,
talking
they
about.
had like what if they had like a self-driving office bus and they just like drove to each person, like each employee's house, and you just get in and it just drives around town and you work
Oh.
in this bus. Like they just like I feel like there'd be like a lot of like weird implications. Like the world would probably change if all cars were just fully
Fully
autonomous
automated.
like that. You know, like but who knows? But
I don't know, but if we were to look at the positives, no more like drunk driving accidents, no
Yeah.
more,
Mm-hmm.
like obviously like you can't let Tesla
So
take
the-
the lead. If not, the kids are gonna be dying.
well, I remember the argument that the guy did in the class. His thing was like, it's not 100%. Like there's I guess there's always gonna be a chance that something goes wrong.
Yeah.
His thing was like, I want to be in control of my own life. I don't want a machine to make the mistake, and then I will be like, God, if I had been driving, maybe that would not happen.
But you,
I understand. This is his argument.
Yeah, no, but you give up so
You
much
can fight
control
him.
in so many aspects of your life. Like if you're going to surgery, it's not under your
I
hand.
mean, yeah, the tire can still fall off
If
while
you're
you're
riding,
driving.
if you're riding like
can say
public
the
transportation, it's like it's out of your hands. It's just I think we should lean more towards. I'm gonna combat the whole AI thing. I was like more toward more public transportation. I think
What if that's AI driven, automatic driven?
I think that one be safer because that one drives a lot slower.
What if it drives
if
fast?
if it drives faster?
I'm just
I
trying
feel like that
to.
would be easier to
like-
implement though. Like you have like a subway or a train system like start
But here's
and then
another-
stop.
So the
But here's the
automotive,
problem, though.
the
You don't have to
automotive
turn.
industry has been like freaking lobbying against public transportation. That's
Have
why,
they really?
yeah, that's the reason we don't have more.
So
Of it.
when I was in England,
Oh man.
when I was there, they have a pretty good transportation system. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I would if they was as good as it is there, I would definitely like not drive, but you do have to do a walk,
Yeah.
and if it's 105 degrees outside, you have to do a walk. You have
Yeah.
to do a wait. There is no AC in the subways or stuff like that. I don't think there was.
Well, to
And
be
so-
fair, in England they don't really have much.
They don't
AC,
because
'cause
they
it never
didn't
gets
need
that
it
hot
but then,
up until this year.
Up until this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Beach
and
at
China's
28.
fucking suffering right now.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, like there's been for like 11 weeks. It's been like over 114. They like most of their water, most of their electricity. I think they said 3/4 run on dams,
Mm.
and everything's dried up. So they're like in really bad shape.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn,
I haven't
yeah.
heard about that. Really.
His face. He's like, please, please. He's like, please give it to me. Yes, I got your dad joke.
Sorry, Miguel. I saw you wanted to say something.
Yeah, we derailed the whole conversation.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
so,
what I was-
so I guess getting back to the root question, I think the biggest driving force in all this.
driving
I
force.
was about to
Yeah.
say- Are you a dad?
He has a chihuahua.
Oh,
Well, it's not.
Dog
yeah.
dad.
Sorry, I didn't want to go there. Yeah, sorry, Miguel.
It's going to be car insurance companies, or I guess insurance companies in general. It's like, so you're going to have people on the side of, no, I want to drive myself versus I want to have the car AI drive me somewhere.
yeah.
But really, how many people are going to go for the AI if it drives on average better than a human and your car insurance is $10 a month versus, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000 a month if you want to drive yourself, just because there's
Yeah.
that much of a difference in liability.
I hadn't even thought about any of
insurance.
them.
And you work for an insurance company.
Yeah, because
Shame.
first of all, I'm like, yo, insurance is a fucking scam. Like the insurance company looks for every loophole to not pay you out, you know? But that being said, I'm like, because like insurance company lobby everything, you're going to have to pay for it by force. So your premium would go up if you're the only one driving and everybody else is like fully self-driven.
Yeah.
Your policy is going to be like way higher. They're going to probably force you to move over because your premiums isn't going to make sense because you're going to be the leading cause of accidents. If we're being completely honest, and they weigh the odds against you. So,
and I guess you can argue that there might not even be a need for insurance in a society where this happens.
Yeah,
but
unless you're driving yourself.
Well, but let me go back then. We were talking about biases in AI.
Yeah.
What if it's like, oh, we're gonna
Like-
rearrange traffic so that person gets there faster than those?
Well, I assume traffic would be a lot less if it was because I'm leading my whole argument based off of iRobot. You remember? Like they would like literally like everything will go so quick because everything calculates itself.
Right.
Like they know when to speed up, they know when to slow down. They're not gonna stare at accidents. It reduces all that from happening.
Would that bother you though? If they were like, oh, such and such is passing by. They have priority, so we're gonna slow down traffic on this lane so they can pass quickly.
Other countries, whenever they see an ambulance, everybody moves over.
Well, I'm not talking about an ambulance.
In the U.S.,
okay, I'm talking about.
that, yeah.
I'm talking about Jeff Bezos is coming to town and they slow down.
He tears down my famous bridge in my town.
And in your virtual world too.
He tears down my virtual bridge
so he can pass his virtual jock.
Yeah,
Jock?
yeah.
The fuck was that?
No, I think that's where we write.
Yeah, that's where we write. Virtually or in
Yeah.
real life?
Well, to be fair, if you're already important, like if you have a big detail, they will already.
Like if it's us, they should move over, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Cutting me off by the tunnel. Who do you think you? Man, that one lady one time, dude, I scared her. Because she wanted to cut off, I didn't let her.
Yeah.
And I said, you hit me, you pay. And I didn't let go. And then she stops like last minute.
Yeah.
And
Here in Houston, people are fucking ruthless.
I was like, I was so mad, dude. I was like, hit me. I don't care. You can hit me. I'll freaking stop right here and argue with you and get your insurance information. And she stopped last minute. And I passed by and I looked. I'm like, I don't know who is it. And it's just this old lady. And she's just like,
yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. And then she shot me. No,
Yeah, I used to drive really fast. Yeah, I know this, but like I would always use my blinkers. I would always make sure that because I was like, I hate when people like cut you off and they don't use their blinkers. Yeah, because I'll be like, at least give me some sort of heads up, Because if I can squeeze in there and you're driving slower than me, I'm fucking getting in there. But you have a warning, With that being said, I think if it's a perfect working one that. Like we'll reduce all traffic. You'll probably waste less gas because you're stepping on you're not driving it, so I'm pretty sure the brakes are used a lot less.
It'll be electric.
Well, it's gonna be electric anyway, so yeah, you're right. But it's just there's the downside is just the cosmetics and the.
You think there'll be separate roads? Like if you want to drive manual.
What is this with you and your classism stuff? Like
you really want something exclusive.
You want to divide people, not unite them, bro.
Well, I'm like, if we're talking about like 1,000 years later, I see what you're going, but I'm going through progression. Like, I guess this ends that. Yeah, I mean, and anything else y'all want to talk about? AI related, robots related?
You guys have any questions? Hopefully
Miguel's in our Discord.
Oh yeah, well, and hopefully like you check the comments, respond to anybody if they have any questions. Or
I'll let them know.
Yeah,
let them know.
yeah. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming, Miguel.
It was a very, very insightful episode. I feel like we touched a lot of different stuff.
Virtually.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Virtually
if you're excited to join the Metaverse, let us know why.
Let us know. We'll make our Guruverse. Oh. And then we can sell the property.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
To our advertiser.
Yeah. And what do you think? Do you think everybody should go fully automated? It's just.
Are you excited about AI? Are you not excited about it? What are you excited about? What are you not excited about?
I'm saying I've seen enough movies to know that it all ends with the extinction of human. And after everything going wrong in this planet, I think it's about time.
Not everything is going wrong, bro. We're gaining subs, little by little.
I remember with the climate,
That's fine. It'll be hot. We'll be together. We'll drink beers together. Beers will taste better.
Oh, what?
Look at the bright side.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for joining us once again.
Yeah. check our link tree and all that good stuff. Join our Discord server.
And if you want to donate to the beer fund,
Oh, see.
everything's in the link tree.
Everything's
All
right
right,
there.
you guys have anything else?
Oscar's a pro gamer now. Y'all should watch him on Twitch.
Yeah, that's right.
UQ Guru.
UQ Guru.
Oh, I always like to ask this question, Miguel. Anything if there's like a young fella or somewhat young who likes robotics, any advice for someone who likes robots and stuff like that?
Lose a bet to your robotics teacher.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Any advice? Well, the barrier to entry is starting to come down now. Before robotics was accessible, only if like your school was well off enough to afford some sort of robotics kits, and I think the ones you were thinking of earlier were the Vex robotics.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, the barrier to entry is gone down. Now you don't even need physical hardware really. There's a lot of simulation supported software that you could use to get started with robotics. But my personal advice would be go grab an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, pick up a couple of
That's
sensors.
what we were talking about. It was like Raspberry Pi sounds like it's made up.
One time I told him, I said, "Oh, the Arduino and Raspberry." Nah, you're making that up. That ain't a real word.
I told him, I was like, yo, if you don't know the word, don't make anything up. But yeah, check it out. If you're interested in it, pick up an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi.
You know, you spend like $30 and you get access to a couple sensors, a couple motors, see what you can build.
Yeah.
You can buy some kits too that already.
Esteban wanted to create battle bots.
Oh
You
yeah,
just fight him.
We have a friend. He's a mechanical engineer, but he knows like I guess mechanical stuff. But he's like, oh, I don't know about the programming part, and he wanted to make for the fight bots or what's it called?
Yeah, what the battle bots?
Battle bots. Battle
Yeah.
bots.
He's
Like real steel.
Yeah, I was about to say he's a
Yeah.
real big fan of real steel.
You say real steel, and he'll leave a comment on the spot.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I
Yeah, it
watched
was
that
a good
one.
movie.
Well, all right, bro. Just look at the lens and lead us out with the peace. You have to say it.
Say it.
Peace.
Out.
Can I see the plant pimp? It's like extra width ones.
Yeah. Extra girthy, bro.
Extra girth glizzies. Oh, speaking of glizzies, real quick, mine has been soaking in this Modelo for a little bit and it's starting to like blister up or something.
Bite
it? No, if you saw
it.
it,
Yo, anything for content, bro.
no, not anything. This is like so late in the podcast. This would have to be like teaser material.
Exactly.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's Patreon.
It looks kind of pathetic in there.
Looks what?
I said it looks kind of pathetic in there. Look at it.
What does that even mean?
Just look at it.
Pathetic.
So if the podcast gets 1,000 likes,
1,000 likes.
Ooh.
I'll save this glizzy.
Oh no, no,
I'll
that
go
sounds
back
gross.
and I'll buy
Let's
it.
go back and
I'll make a
trash
review
talk.
video.
Ow.
You okay?
No,
Sounded like it hurt.
it did, but pain is just a construct.
That's not.
Pain is a social construct.